Good Friday evening, sports fans, and welcome to Rocket Stadium here on the campus of Neenah High School, the site for tonight's Fox Valley Association showdown between the visiting Appleton North Lightning and the host Neenah Rockets. We are in week 6 of the high school football season. Yes, it's gone by that quick. I'm Ricardo Arguello, part of USA Today Network Wisconsin, hanging out with Jim Rosandick, bringing you those high-definition shots. Also part of USA Today Network Wisconsin. And then we got, now what have you been called, Mike? The pinch hitter, the pinch, or the relief pitcher? What has Brett called you?
Brett calls me the hefty right-hander out of the bullpen.
Okay, well.
So you can too.
All right, I'll call you the hefty righty. I don't know, that doesn't really rhyme, but whatever. We're not really, being nitpicky here. But that's Mike Sherry, sports content editor. Am I right? I just know he's my boss. But we got, in my opinion, we got the A-team working tonight here as Brett's off. Believe me, he has a good reason for being off. He's celebrating the marriage of his son, Connor. And so best of luck to Connor, and big thank you to Brett for setting us up here a little bit, I guess, with these the reading material here as we get ready for this big showdown. We wish him the best of luck as well. I'm sure they're running up a nice tab on his well, they might have done that the night before, but yeah, so congratulations, Brett. Congratulations, Connor and Mike.
If I know Brett, he's following along on his phone
yes,
right now. He's watching.
He's watching as the festivities are going on here. But what do we know? Let's talk a little bit about both of these teams. Again, these notes put together by Brett, so we appreciate that, Mr. Christofferson there. I'll start with Neenah. Mike will follow with Appleton North. So Neenah. Well, they are 4-1 overall, 3-0 in the Fox Valley Association. They're winners of 3 straight, and they're ranked 10th in Division I in this week's BoundWisconsin.com state coaches poll. They're coming off a hard-fought 28-24 win over winless Oshkosh West last Friday. A little bit of a surprise. That was a FVA matchup at Oshkosh. Neenah needed 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to rally to take the Wildcats. Brett, all right, first time, Brett. We have the Brett meter here. It's Mike Sherry. Mike, I think that was maybe the surprise of the night. That was almost an upset there with Oshkosh West almost knocking off Neenah. Neenah really needed to rally late to get that win. Quarterback Ashton Van Beek had a big game on the ground, rushing for 166 yards and scoring all 4 Rockets touchdowns. He had on 22 carries. Longest run of the night, 45 yards. Van Beek also threw for 97 yards on 7 of 12 passing. Matthias Charles, he led the way in receiving with 4 catches for 63 yards. And overall, Neenah finished with 347 offensive yards. Defensively, Neenah limited Oshkosh West to 249 yards, and they came up with 4 turnovers. How was it so close?
That's what I was wondering,
How was
Ricardo.
it so close? Jonah Rittner led the way with 11 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for a loss. Cooper Seek tallied an interception, while Nate Cramp, Joey Heron, and Tyler Resch were credited with fumble recoveries. Now on the season, Van Beek has thrown for 546 yards and 8 touchdowns while completing 57% of his passes. He has also thrown 2 picks. Van Beek is also the team leader in rushing with 662 yards, 7 touchdowns on 95 carries. He's averaging 7 yards a carry. Brock Haney is next with 207 yards and a score. Seek has also rushed for 158 yards and a touchdown. Matthias Charles also tops in receiving with 13 catches for 203 yards and 4 touchdowns. Dylan Fote is next with 7 receptions for 108 yards and 2 scores. And Seek has 3 catches for 126 yards and a score. Rittner, we mentioned him before. He leads the way in tackles with 26.5 on the season and sacks with 3. And as a team, Neenah averaging 111.2 passing yards a game, 222 rushing. Offensively, points-wise, they're averaging 28.2 points a game and allowing 16.2. Boy, another big one for the Rockets next week. They're at Kimberly in the FAA Association, Fox Valley Association matchup. Kickoff there scheduled for 7 o'clock. Mike, Appleton North, what can you tell me about the Lightning?
Thanks, Ricardo. Yeah, the Lightning come in at 4-1 overall and 3-0 in the FVA, just like the Rockets. North has also won 3 in a row, coming off a 26-14 victory over Hortonville last Friday in an FVA matchup in Appleton. North featured a balanced rushing attack to finish with 205 yards on the ground. Anthony Reichel led the way with 87 yards and a touchdown on 6 carries. Brody Ulp tacked on 57 yards on 9 attempts. Quarterback Grant Hardy rushed for 32 yards and a touchdown on 6 runs, and Darcel Wilson was credited with 21 yards on 6 carries. Hardy passed for 30 yards and a touchdown and was 3 for 5 passing. Keegan Muchow and Jackson Score were on the receiving end of Hardy's throws. with Muchow catching 2 passes for 14 yards, and Score finishing with 1 reception for 16 yards and a touchdown. Elijah Valeri also found the end zone on a 71-yard punt return for a touchdown. Defensively, Ricardo, the Lightning limited Hortonville to 227 yards, came up with 6 sacks, and posted an interception coming from Cole Hank. Ben Wenzel and Trey Fox had big games for the North defense, Wenzel finishing with 12 tackles, including 10 solo and a sack, and Fox recorded 9.5 tackles and 3.5 sacks. For the season, Hardy has thrown for 435 yards and 3 touchdowns, completing 59% of his passes. He has thrown 2 interceptions. Wilson is the leading rusher for the Lightning with 282 yards and 2 touchdowns. His longest run of the season is 58 yards. Reichel is next with 178 yards and 2 TDs. He's averaging 10.5 per carry, and his longest run of the season is 61 yards, which came last week against Hortonville. Hardy is third with 114 yards and 6 touchdowns. Muchow is tops in receiving with 12 catches for 208 yards and a touchdown. Valeri is next with 10 catches for 77 yards. On the defensive side, Wenzel leads the way in tackles with 40, including 29 solo stops. Fox is next with 29.5 tackles, including 24 solo and 5.5 sacks. And Gavin Friga has 4 sacks. Hank has 5 of Appleton North's 8 interceptions on defense. That ranks first in the FVA. Dane Smith has 2 picks, and Alex Vanderheiden has the other. Olp is also a threat as a kick returner with 1 touchdown on the season. As a team, the Lightning is averaging 87 passing yards per game and 128.4 rushing. On defense, North is giving up 21.4 points per game and allowing 12.2. Up next for the Lightning, Ricardo, home against Kaukauna next Friday. Kickoff scheduled for 7 p.m. Doesn't get any easier in the FVA.
Nope.
Can't look past tonight's game, but next week, huge games again for both teams.
It does not. Fox Valley Association, I think for our money, is the best, most competitive division in D1 in the state. Forget about the Classic 8. It's the Fox Valley Association. So we're about 6 minutes from the start of tonight's game. It looks like the band's going to come out perhaps and do the national anthem. It is it homecoming week tonight? I think it might be.
It is homecoming week.
Yes, here in Neenah, so it's a little more wacky, a little more crazy. Remember all those years ago, Mike, when you were the quarterback there for Waukesha?
Get it right.
North?
Waukesha North.
Yes. So you remember those, how crazy it was during those weeks. I think that was something we were thinking about. How does that affect, the home team when you got all these festivities going on, right? I mean, I ask you because Waukesha North, that's a Division I school. This is a Division I school. How much does that affect you? You were the starting quarterback. Any thoughts on that?
It's just different, It's just a different week. The coaches drill it into you every day at practice. Hey, don't look ahead to Saturday in the dance. We still got a game to play Friday night. And
by the way, that's difficult to do when you got young men here and they got girlfriends, that kind of stuff. So that's easier said than done.
It's just there's just distractions that it's not a ton of things, but it's just there's always something in the back of your mind that can take your thoughts away from the game. And Coach Young with Neenah has been telling the kids all week, if Appleton North is going to come here and hit us in the mouth, then we better be ready for it and not be thinking about and if you have to pick up your tux on Saturday morning or whatever,
right.
You better take care of business Friday night, because let's face it. Saturday is not going to be fun if you don't win Friday night.
No, that's a good point, Mike. And boy, Neenah didn't schedule a tomato can, did they? They got Appleton North coming in here, and they're looking to get that victory as well. So.
Yeah, I don't think they can schedule Prairie View A&M. On homecoming night in high school.
Right, exactly.
In high school, you get whoever's on the schedule.
That's true, and. But, yeah, they're going to have to play well as both teams are 2 of the top teams in the Fox Valley Association. And again, this has conference title implications here when these 2 teams are meeting. Some of the other games that are going on in the FVA, Mike, let's take a look. Here is, again, Brett put that in here somewhere.
Yeah, tonight I got it here.
Go ahead.
We got Fond du Lac at Appleton East. It's Appleton East's homecoming tonight as well.
That is true.
Kimberly is at Hortonville. Oshkosh West is at Kaukauna. And then, of course, tonight's game here at Neenah, Appleton North against Neenah. So that's your FVA slate for tonight.
Yeah, and if you're thinking about conference title stuff. You know, Kimberly at Hornville. Hornville's a team that struggled a little bit, so you're expecting Kimberly to still remain undefeated going into that game with Neenah next week. So if Neenah can also hold firm and also be undefeated, again, another big game with conference title implications, Mike.
Absolutely, Brett. I'd call it you, Brett.
There we go.
There we go. It's 1-1 now.
There we go. We're tied.
Let me just knock a few promos out here
Yes.
before we get the national anthem. Of course, our season-long sponsors, Cellcom. Switch to a national carrier without a say. Cellcom has your back. They'll buy out your U.S. cellular contract and give you up to $1,100 toward a new phone when you switch. Cellcom, built for Wisconsin, by Wisconsin. See cellcom.com for details. And Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local.
Shop the pig.
There you go.
So we want to thank both of our sponsors for the entire season as we, we're week 6 already. We have a couple more of these, and then the playoffs start. It gets a little crazy and goofy. We're expecting to have a live stream, Mike, all the way up to the state semifinals. We obviously can't do the championship week, but we expect to be there every step of the way in the playoffs up until championship week here as we listen to the Neenah band. I want to let everyone know at halftime, I got done texting Ella Neagle. She's one of the top Neenah girls volleyball players. She's coming up here. I have a newspaper for her because that terrific 10 came out not too long ago, Rosie. She asked for a copy or two of it, so I have a couple copies of her. But she's been gracious enough to talk to us a little bit as well. So we'll talk to her a little bit, see how the Neenah Rockets are doing, how she's doing as one of our terrific 10. So that's our little halftime. I guess I don't want to call it exclusive, but it's always fun when we get to interview players from different sports during the halftime. Pop and circumstance. Look at all this stuff going on here. Here, homecoming week for the Rockets.
It's a lot of members in that band out there.
Absolutely, and Brett has already made the schedule for next week, Mike. So I can talk about this hopefully. Well, it's too bad I'm talking about it. We got another good Fox Valley Association matchup coming up next Friday. Appleton North, that's where we're going to be. They take on Kaukauna in the Week 7 showdown. As we have our national anthem. All right, nice rendition of our national anthem by the Neenah High School band, marching band, I should be more specific, as they march off the field, and we're minutes away from the start of tonight's game between the visiting Appleton North Lightning and the host Neenah Rockets here at Rocket Stadium at this beautiful school, Mike. It's a couple years old now. It's just a beautiful facility. Very impressive. The field is fantastic. I do like how the scoreboard is like in the middle of the field. It's not at the two ends. So we have we're seated in a press box that's right at the 50-yard line, right, Rosie? Right in the middle of the field. So this is nice. We got the primo box, Mike.
We do. The only problem is I have a little trouble seeing the south
Yes.
end zone where I am, and you have a little trouble seeing the north end zone where you are. But
so we're going to have to help each other on that one.
Absolutely. Ricardo, Appleton North comes in leading the all-time series against the Rockets 16-11. The two teams first squared off in 1995. Of course, that was the first year of Appleton North.
Yep.
Neenah has won the last 3 matchups, including a 25-14 victory at Appleton North last season. I don't know about you, Ricardo. I expect, I guess I can say it. I
Go
do,
ahead. Let me first preface that
Yep.
with Mike. Every week he does predictions. So go on postcrescent.com under the Sports and Varsity tab. You should find his top games to watch, that kind of stuff. Mike, go ahead.
Yep, 5 games to watch. This, of course, was one of them this week. I do predict the winner, and I'll say it. I picked Neenah to win. Close
game, sure.
and low scoring, which I think we both would be surprised if there's a lot of points tonight, just as good as these two defenses are. And I think Neenah might be a little more, I think it's fair to say, Neenah might be a little more explosive on offense.
Right.
But going against a really, really good Appleton North defense, and Neenah's defense has been outstanding. So I would be, I think I picked 17-14 for the final score, and I wouldn't be shocked if that's pretty close.
Right, and Mike, you talked about that. And it just seems to be a constant thing with Appleton North, except for those years, when they had the quarterback's name escapes me, but they always seem to kind of like struggle to get those points. They had the Martini running back. Remember the quarterback at that point? I'm trying to remember his name, but that was a pretty explosive offense. And I think they might have reached the semifinals too, where they lost to Franklin that year. But that has always been a little bit of an Achilles heel for Appleton North. The defense has been fantastic. It's rare when you actually see an Appleton North defense that's not dominant or one of the top in the conference. So I think your analysis was pretty much spot on, Mike.
Yeah, it was really a toss-up, a pick-em game. I went back and forth on who to pick. We talked about it being Neenah's homecoming, and will that be a hindrance to them and affect them in any way? And either one of these teams obviously is capable of winning tonight. I just think it'll be I had to pick one. I went with the home team, Neenah. I thought they'd come out a little fiery after barely getting by Oshkosh West last week, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a great game.
We'll have you talk about your other picks as well, Mike, throughout the live stream as we're underway here. Short kick taken at the 35 and straight up past the 46 or 41 for Neenah. I think that was planned, Mike, that little pooch. It didn't look like it was an error in any way. But that's where Neenah will start.
I think it was definitely planned, Ricardo, but I wonder if he was trying to get it over the head, over the head of that up man and just didn't quite get enough on it. Because, I don't think you want to be letting Neenah start the first drive at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, 1st and 10 at the 42 for the Rockets. Ashton Van Beek in at quarterback, one of the most dynamic athletes in the Fox Valley Association. Van Beek giving it right up the middle, and good defensive interior lineman. I think that's number 29,
Brock
Haney.
Haney with the carry, yep.
Gains 1 yard. 2nd and 9 at the 43 for the Rockets.
Yeah, yards are certainly going to be hard to come by today, on the ground for sure.
Now, of course, Mike, we say that, and then it'll be an explosive game.
Of course.
That's the way it always goes.
If there's explosive plays, though, I think you might see him through the air tonight, maybe not so much on the ground. 2
receivers near side for Neenah as the give. Oh, no, that's Van Beek taking it himself off the left side. Mike's found a rail. Van Beek inside the 20, pushed out of bounds. They're going to mark that right at the 20, Mike. Van Beek taking it himself.
I said something about explosive plays, and I said they'd be through the air, and just as I say that, Van Beek breaks off a great run.
So a 37-yard gain for Ashton Van Beek. That's what we've come to expect from him, though. He's been having a very, very explosive year. One of the top players in the Fox Valley Association, as mentioned before. 1st down and 10 at the 20, the Rockets. Haney in motion, and that's a quick pass near side. That's Matthias Charles, and he's going to have about 5 yards as he was met by a host of Appleton North defenders. We'll call it a 5-yard gain.
You mentioned Van Beek. He comes into tonight's game ranked 1st in the FVA in total touchdowns with 15. He has 8 passing touchdowns and 7 rushing scores. His 8 passing touchdowns are 2nd in the FVA behind Cam Wong of Kimberly, who has 9.
Taking it off the right side. Is that Haney?
That's Haney again. Just to finish up that thought, Ricardo, Van Beek comes into play second in the FVA in all-purpose yards with 662. And Charles, who we saw made that catch, ranks first in the FVA in receiving touchdowns with 4.
First down and goal to go from the 8 for the Rockets. Van Beek. Up the middle, Haney. He takes it around the 5. That's where they'll mark him. So that's a gain of 3. 3 carries, 11 yards already for Haney. Second down, goal to go from the 5. So nice drive to start this game for the Rockets.
Short field to start, Ricardo, and the Rockets have so far taken advantage of it.
That Appleton North defense led by Wenzel, Ben Wenzel, and Trey Fox, who's having a huge year for the Lightning. That's taken up the middle. That is Van Beek, and he's pulled down, but he gets in. Is that a touchdown? Yes. His last little lunge, Mike, got him into the end zone.
He kind of came down on top of the North defender and then just rolled over into the end zone.
So Neenah strikes first.
Just as we expected, right? Ha. We talk up the defenses so much, and just like that, Neenah goes right down the field.
Yeah, 9:46 left here in the first quarter. Gurdon, Harry Gurdon with the extra point attempt. And that is good as we have a 7-0 lead on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Very, very nice drive for Neenah. Again, it started at the 42. It was a 6-play drive. 6-play, 58 yards. That's efficient, Mike, wouldn't you say? You're moving it about 8-9 yards a play.
How long was that Van Beek run? Did you have that? How long?
Well, are you talking about the touchdown?
No, the long one.
30 yards.
30 yards, okay.
That was the big play. As I update my Twitter, you can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, DELIAN, Rosie at Middle Rosie. And Mike, you have to tell yours. I don't know yours offhand.
At Mike Sherry 14.
There we go. So Ashton Van Beek, 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rockets are up 7-0 with 9:46 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, Ricardo, Neenah opened the season taking on a pair of Classic 8 heavyweights. The Rockets slipped past Muskego 14-13.
Not a controversial win, by the way.
It was not. In the season opener, that was back on August 22nd in a matchup that we streamed here on postcrescent.com. That game wasn't decided until the final play when the Warriors missed a 25-yard field goal attempt. Neenah fell to Arrowhead 16-13 in a close game the next week.
Take it at the 5 and finding a rail. What number is that?
He's going to go, Ricardo.
He might go. He has the angle.
He's got blockers, too.
That's Valeri. Takes it all the way, Brett. 95 yards. Mike, he had a 70-yard punt return for a touchdown. Do you see any flags? I do not. So Valeri, 95-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
I think that's 97, Ricardo. I think he
97,
caught
okay.
that at about the 3, but he wasn't touched, Ricardo.
No.
He got to the left sideline there. He had a wall of blockers in front of him, and just like that, the Lightning looked like he might get caught there maybe at the end when he cut back to the middle of the field, but he had enough, still had enough left in the tank to do it. Just like that.
So the extra point's good from Collier Shandabong. And, boy, just like that, Mike, 7-7. What a kick return from Valeri. You know, he had a 71-yard punt return against Hortonville, I want to say. And Valeri is just a sophomore, Mike, 5'9", 170-pound receiver. But, boy, he's got wheels. He's explosive, and you really showed it off right there.
Yeah, that's a combination of his great wheels and just great blocking.
Update my Twitter again. Oh, look at this, Mike. 7-7 right away. We barely played, what, 3 minutes?
Just as we expected.
Yes.
A defensive, low-scoring battle, and just like that, both teams are already on the scoreboard. Getting back to our game notes from Brett. Thanks, Brett, for doing these again. Neenah was picked to finish 4th in the FEA this season by what at the time was WisSports.net. Kaukauna was tabbed to win the league title, followed by Kimberly, Appleton North, Neenah, Fond du Lac, Oshkosh West, Hortonville, and Appleton East. So those predictions are, in some cases, holding true to form, and other cases not so much. Go with the deep kick this time. Taken by Cooper Seek at about the 6-yard line. And he'll bring it up just outside the 30-yard line. Looks like the Rockets will start at the 32, Ricardo.
Well, you know, Mike, you mentioned the stand or what predictions were maybe before the season. I know that we talked in the office about Appleton North, and I actually went on. I think you might have thought as well. We thought Appleton North, this might be the year that they kind of take it. You know, of course, this was going to be a thing that goes right down to the end, right? They play Kimberly, as we all know, in week 9. But I was pretty comfortable saying, Appleton North might have the roster here to take the championship.
Yeah, I think we were all in agreement that this might be the year for North to win that FEA title, and certainly they're in the running for it now. Long way to go, though, and a lot of good teams in their way.
Here's Van Beek to pack the pass. Too much time if you're a North fan, but that was incomplete.
He had Schaefer wide open there.
Almost too much time.
Ricardo, yeah, he just kind of dropped it over the linebacker there, but just didn't quite tried to touch past that over the linebacker and just didn't have enough on it to get it all the way to Schaefer.
Brings up a 2nd and 10 again from the 32 for Neenah on their second drive. Their first drive ended with a touchdown. 5-yard score, a rushing score, I should say, from Ashton Van Beek. So here's Van Beek. He's going to take it himself off the right side. Gets past a tackler, but not number 44 from Appleton North. That's Cole Hank tackling Van Beek. Where are they marking that? That's a 3-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 7 from the 35.
Hank listed as a 5'9" junior linebacker there, Ricardo, but he looks a little bit bigger than 5'9" down there on the field.
Yeah, he does. 3rd down, or I should say 2nd down and 7.
Oh, it's 3rd.
Oh, it is 3rd.
Yep.
Okay. Intercepted. Is that Hank?
It is Hank.
Hank near the 20 on that interception. Oh, boy. Big plays by Appleton North special teams and defense has the Lightning in position to take a 14-7 lead if they're able to get a touchdown here, Mike. Good hands you see from the linebacker. Sometimes you don't see that all the time.
Yeah, I don't think the ball was tipped, Ricardo, because Van Beek wasn't under that much pressure, but the ball kind of wobbled out of there, so maybe it slipped out of his hand a little bit, but went right into the hands of Hank there for an easy interception. And now the Lightning will start at the 22-yard line of Neenah in excellent field position.
Grant Hardy, quarterback for Appleton North. Quick pass, far side. Is that Muchow? Trying to see who.
Yep, Keegan Muchow, number 4 there with the catch. Pickup of 8 on first down. Our first look at the Appleton North offense now, since they were started this game on defense and then, of course, scored on the kickoff return.
Hardy, in a 2nd and short situation, gives off. Oh, no, he's going to throw quickly. Near side here.
Catch was made by Gabe Meitner.
Hey, Gabe Meitner.
Junior receiver, number 17.
Yeah. Did they get a first down? So they needed 2. It looks like they got 2.
Yep, they can get another first down inside the 3. They can get another first down.
Again, from this angle, I'm kind of looking at the camera that Rosie has here.
Yeah, me too. Well, I get a good angle now from on the field too.
First down and 10 from the 12. Up the middle is that DJ Wilson. Looks like off the right side, or right up the middle, I should say.
Darcel in the program, but he likes to go by
Yeah.
DJ. Is that right?
It looks like that for sure. So a 3-yard gain for DJ. Bring up a 2nd and 7 at the 8. We'll call it a long 7, or short 7, I should say.
A lot of juniors on this Lightning team, Ricardo. Really good, strong junior class.
Ooh, 3 receivers,
including
or
Wilson.
4 receivers here for Grant Hardy. Grant Hardy takes it himself, and he can do this, but great tackle there for Neenah. That's number 22, Jonah Rittner. We're going to call his name a lot, I'm guessing.
Senior linebacker Jonah Rittner, one of the captains for the Rockets. Sniffed that one out all the way, and it's a good thing he did, because if he didn't bring Hardy down, he had open field possibly to the end zone.
Called a loss of 1 there. Brings up 3rd and 9 from the 11. Big play for Appleton North. Mike, I mean, I'm sure a field goal will be fine, but they want that touchdown.
You don't want to play for field goals in a big game like this.
He's got him time. Oh, he does.
He's open.
That's Mucho. Keegan Mucho on the 9. Right, or I should say, Mike, you saw that route develop, didn't you? You saw it way up here. I don't want to say it was a long developing play, but it was just enough where you could see it come about.
It was a long developing play because Mucho ran he ran like the skinny post and then planted his foot in the ground and then broke towards the pylon in the back corner, and Hardy with just a perfect throw.
So Chandavong now on to try that extra point. That's up, and it is good. So 14-7. The interception, the North Lightning really take advantage of that takeaway. And now they're up 14-7. 21 points already, Mike, with 5:45 left in the first, just like you called it. What was your final score? Do you remember what you had?
Yeah, I think I had 17-14. So North has the 14 I gave them, but the way they're starting out, they're going to go past that in a hurry. 14-7 Lightning on our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Appleton North's defense, Ricardo, has held opponents to 8 or fewer points 3 times this season. Gave up only 6 against McGuanago, 8 against Fond du Lac, and 6 against Oshkosh West. And North's 14 team sacks lead the FVA. And we talked about it. North had 8 interceptions coming into this game, which leads the FVA. Got number 9 here just a few minutes ago from Cole Hank, and it led to a touchdown and the lead now. Kick is deep again, going to Cooper Seek. Brings it out just past the 30, Ricardo.
So it'll be the third possession for Neenah already. Again, we're in the first quarter. We have 5:39 left on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. We're marking that at the 25. So interception kind of short-circuited the drive. The Rockets' last drive. Let's see what they have here for the Appleton North defense. Van Beek's going to take it himself up the middle. Able to power his way for a few yards. Takes it to the 29.
I think Ben Wenzel, the stud linebacker for Lightning, was the first one to make contact there. This is what Coach Steve Young of Neenah told us, Ricardo, about playing Appleton North. Coach Young said, North is very physical and fast defensively and does not give up big plays. Offensively, we need to dominate the line of scrimmage, value the ball, and grind out first downs. Defensively, we need to keep their offense in check by not allowing big plays. We will need to play disciplined and physical football for 4 quarters.
Van Beek, handoff up the middle, going nowhere. I believe that's Haney. Not much on that carry. I call it 2-yard gain. Takes it to the 31, 3rd and 4 coming up for the Rockets.
Well, we said it. Yards would be hard to come by other than that Van Beek breaking off the long 30-yard run earlier on the first possession. Yards have been tough to come by.
Third and manageable for Neenah. And that's going to be a reverse and then another reverse, and Matthias Charles went nowhere.
Wenzel again, Ricardo. He sniffed that out the entire way.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't fall for all the misdirection and the pitching back and forth. He just locked in on where the ball was and just full speed went right towards it and made the tackle.
Mike, that's a loss of 5 yards, so punting situation now for the Rockets. And now you're seeing Appleton North's defense kind of, after that first drive, got pushed back a little bit, but now they've rebounded.
And now you're seeing,
fumbled
the snap.
And Appleton North has it. Oh, boy. Mike, I think that was just as he was trying to kick that.
Yeah, that's Hunter Weinke, the Neenah punter. When he went to when he went to do his drop and kick the ball, it just kind of slipped out of his hands, and when it hit the ground, it rolled right towards the line of scrimmage where 2 North defenders were right there waiting for the ball.
So an interception and now a fumble on an attempted punt. And, Mike, let's not forget, Appleton North also a 97-yard kickoff return for their first touchdown. So special teams playing a big part in this game. Grant Hardy, 1st down and 10 at the 23. And we have a flag. Where are they going with this? He's coming over to Neenah to talk about what he wants to do.
If there's a penalty, or
Yes.
if there's just a stoppage and play for some. They're up, looking up into the crowd, looking up near the band.
Oh.
I don't know.
Is there perhaps like someone using an illegal auditory
that could
implement?
be, yeah. Maybe somebody's somebody on the band maybe mimicking the snap sound or the cadence or something,
Yes.
you know.
Makes sense. So 1st down and 10. That looks like it was just a warning, Mike. 'Cause it's 1st down and 10 still at the 23. Lightning, DJ Wilson in the backfield with Hardy. 3 receivers for Appleton North. The give is to, Hardy's taking it himself.
Hardy kept it, yeah.
Looks like it's a 1-yard gain.
Good fake there by Hardy, but Neenah stayed home there on the line of scrimmage and was waiting for him.
Hardy's had a good season on the ground. Not eye-popping numbers, but he is a threat to take it with his legs. Now it's 2nd down and 9 at the 22 for Appleton North. 3 receivers set. Back to throw. Hardy throws it.
He's got Mucho
He
open
does.
again.
Did he catch it?
He did.
Wow. What a throw and a catch. Hardy to Muchow. And Mike, I want to see there was 2 defenders there, 2 or 3.
Well, there was 2 receivers in the area and
Okay.
2 defenders, and now North's going to go with the hurry up, Ricardo. They're right at the line, ready to go.
20-yard gain for Muchow.
Hardy keeps it from the 2, and I thought he was in, but nope.
Nope, they have him right just short.
You can't be any closer to in there than where they're marking that ball.
So 2nd down, goal to go from the 1, but Mike, that's 3 now.
That's 3, yep. The over-under, folks, was 4.5.
Yeah.
Ricardo's going to blow past that.
I'm still amazed at that pitch and catch there.
Hardy again. See, the ball's out, but he's in.
Wait, did he fumble it?
No, he did, but they said he crossed the goal line before the ball came out. And I think there was no hesitation with the officials, Ricardo. They both put their hands up, signaling touchdown just before he took the hit and the ball popped up into the air.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. Appleton North with their third touchdown. Boy, oh boy. Again, they've scored on a 97-yard kick return. They converted an interception into a touchdown pass. And now a fumble. Oh, was that blocked?
It was blocked, Ricardo.
Okay.
So we'll stay at 20-7 here with 1:58 to go in the first quarter.
And as I mentioned before, the fumble on the punt attempt now turned into a 1-yard touchdown run from Grant Hardy. 20-7, again, on your Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
Yeah, Ricardo, whatever funk the Rockets were in last week against Oshkosh West,
Ouch.
You can't. It doesn't look like they've gotten over that. First of all, and second of all, you can't play that way against an Appleton North team that's as talented as the Lightning. So rough start for the Rockets, but what a fantastic start for Appleton North. They've done it on defense. They've done it on special teams.
I feel like we've played a whole game. We're not even at the end of the first quarter.
Might have to pull my chair out and sit down here, Ricardo.
Okay.
It's this long game here. My old knees can't handle standing for 3 hours.
Kickoff here for Appleton North.
Good kick, takes it at the 3. That's Seek again.
He's a big physical guy. He takes it near the 40.
Excellent return for the Rockets there.
Got to get something going here. They look great on that first drive, but miscues have really killed them. Interception and then a fumble on a punt attempt. Both turned into touchdowns by Appleton North. Then, of course, the Rockets also gave up the 97-yard kick return.
So we've seen that opening kickoff. Appleton North kicked it real short, and then all the rest of them have been deep kicks. So it'll be interesting to watch that the rest of the game here.
First and 10 at the 38.
Oh, big hit.
Woo.
Wenzel again, Ricardo, just came up and met Seek right there in the hole.
Well, that was going to be a collision because Seek runs hard. I'll tell you that right now. So Seek and Wenzel. Wenzel, of course, the UW Badger recruit. I think he's a recruit.
He's a verbal
commit. There we go. Yes. Had a leg injury last season. One of our Elite 11, right, Rosie? Second down. Van Beek wanted to throw. Now he's going to go deep, Mike.
He's got Charles.
He does. Charles off his fingertips. Good coverage there. Who was that? Number
37. Dane Smith with the coverage there, Ricardo.
Oh, boy. I'm talking. Now, Matthias Charles, he's a playmaker. And I wonder if they're going to attempt that again sometime later in the game. But off his fingertips. Nice throw from Van Beek.
That was a nice throw. He didn't have much room to get that throw in there because Smith had great coverage. Charles still able to get one hand on it, just couldn't pull it in.
3rd and 8 at the 40. Nearing the end of the first quarter, 1:07 left. 2 receivers near side for Neenah. And it's a pass again.
Little middle screen there.
Worked. Got them a first down up to the 48.
You could see that developing, Ricardo. They let the Appleton pass rush come in and then just dumped it right over the heads of the linemen they're rushing.
So gain of 8 yards. They needed 8, and they got 8. So this drive continues for Neenah. They need a score in the worst way, in my opinion, as we're nearing final seconds of the first quarter. 1st and 10 at their own 48. That's up the middle. right into the teeth of the Appleton North defense. Takes it across midfield into the 49. Who was that running the ball, Mike? Do we see?
That was Seek again.
Okay.
Yep. That might be the last play of the first quarter, Ricardo, unless the Rockets decide to hurry it up quick, but don't appear to be in a hurry here. See if they get the play off or under 10 seconds.
We're going to try one of those, trying to get the offsides. 2, 1. Oh, they are running it, and that's Van Beek up the middle. He powers that. We're going to mark this at the 44. Right at the 44. So a gain of 5 yards. When we come back, it'll be 3rd down and 2. When I talk when play resumes, it'll be 3rd down and 2 at the 44. But 20-7 lead for Neenah. Just like we called it, Mike. Just like we thought it'd be. High scoring, 27 points in the first quarter.
Not at all what I expected, or we expected, I don't think, but long way to go for both teams, so.
Just updated my Twitter again. You can follow me at Ricardo DeLeon, D-E-L-I-A-N. Rosie at Middle Rosie, and Mike at?
Mike Sherry 14.
There we go. Okay. I'll have to check that out.
Well, I was gonna get in a few of our game notes here, but Neenah's back to the line of scrimmage, ready to run a play here. So we'll get back to those here in a minute. 3rd and short 2. Van Beek again up the middle. Wow. Fighting for it.
Wow. No gain on that, Mike.
I think Michael Schopf was Luke Yankee was the first one there, and then John Bear's boss finished off Van Beek, and now we've got a
decision
4th and 2.
time.
I think the Rockets look like they're going to go for it, and I would agree with it here. Haven't gotten much movement up front, though, so do you run it or do you will they put the ball in the air?
Rosie's calling for the pop pass, but they do have a tight formation here. And that's Van Beek. Ooh, that's going to be close. I don't know if he got that.
I don't think so. Where both referees are running in, Ricardo, I think he's short. I think he's a half a yard short.
I don't know if they got this. Mike, the crowd seems a little dead for a homecoming game, wouldn't you say?
I said it, Ricardo. Yeah, homecoming is just a tough week. It's kind of there's so much going on every day, all week. It's Spirit Week, and they do things on Monday, things on Tuesday, things on Wednesday and Thursday. By the time you get to Friday night, I mean, these kids are young. They're resilient, of course, but by the time you get to Friday night, you're kind of like, God, can we just get to the game already?
Yeah, as we're seeing here, Rosie with the nice shot here of the chain gang. And he did not. Whoa, that's about the length, more than the length of a football. And Appleton North holds. Turnover on downs for Neenah. Mike, that's got to energize Appleton North.
Good job, as if they needed any energy. They're fired up. They've been fired up since the opening kick. But I thought that was a good spot, Ricardo. I did too. I think the refs did a good job. I think North stopped them, and good spot by the officials. And now, really good field position for the Lightning to get going.
So this is a key for the Neenah defense. This is a key drive here. Last thing you want to go down, Mike, is 3 scores, right? I mean, that's tough against this North defense as Grant Hardy, kind of a bit of a close formation here, double tights. And DJ Wilson behind him. He hands it to DJ Wilson, dancing a little bit, then he goes forward.
Might have got a yard. Good job there. I think Joey Heron was one of the first to make contact for the Rockets defense. Here's what Rob Solom said about tonight's game, Ricardo, against playing Neenah. Over the past few seasons, our games have gone down to the wire, and I expect nothing less this time around. Coach Young and his staff do an outstanding job. His teams are always well-prepared, disciplined, and aggressive on both sides of the ball. We're seeing that so far tonight, but so far it's been almost all Lightning.
Another power running set as DJ Wilson off the right side slips a little bit.
Yeah.
Takes it to the 47.
Be about a 3rd and 6. Just finishing that thought from Solom, he also said their quarterback, of course he's talking about Van Beek, their quarterback is a real playmaker. Their offensive line and defensive front set the tone with their physical style of play. So far tonight, I think Appleton North has been setting the tone with its physical style of play, as we expected. Both teams very physical.
3rd down and 6 for Appleton North. Hardy. Oh, it's a reverse. Look at him dive. I should say jump. That's Reichel.
Anthony Reichel, yeah. He's going to be about 3 yards short, though, Ricardo. Right at midfield. I think Coach Salm is sending in the punt unit.
I think Coach Salm is really comfortable letting his defense kind of maybe close out the half, because those were a little bit of conservative calls there by the Lightning.
Well, if you'd have talked to Coach Salm before the game and said you'd have 20 points already early in the second quarter, he'd take that every time.
Hardy with the punt. That's going
Short
out of
kick.
bounds. It's going to inside the 30. We'll see triangulation.
We'll see
Mike.
where they spot it out. That's geometry, I think. I don't get that.
Oh, and they're saying it's out of the 24. You hear a little bit of hollering from the Neenah folks.
Yeah,
I thought
it's closer to the 30.
I did too.
Yeah.
So 9:38 left here in the second quarter on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Appleton North 20, Neenah 7. We'll see what the Rockets can do here. Again, they had a great first drive, but since then, not much against this Lightning defense.
Yeah, we'll have to, when you talk to the coaches after the game, we'll see if North defense changed anything after that first drive, or if Neenah just, dialed up the right plays.
Is that Haney?
Haney again.
Nice run for him.
Ricardo, Neenah has advanced to the state quarterfinals the past 2 seasons. Prior to this run, the Rockets' last trip to the quarterfinals was in 2004, when they advanced as far as the semifinals. Neenah has shared the FVA championship 2 of the past 3 seasons. The Rockets shared last season's title with Kaukauna and Kimberly. They also shared the FVA crown with Kimberly in 2022.
2nd down and 3 for the Rockets. 3 receivers far side. Van Beek's going to take it himself. And he has the first down at the 35. Number 7, Ben Wenzel with the tackle.
Again, yep. Called his name a lot tonight, and we'll call it even more. Steve Young is in his 13th season as Neenah's head coach, Ricardo. He inherited a program that was a combined 7-38 over its previous 5 seasons prior to him taking over.
Yeah. So Van Beek, look out.
Under pressure, but he's got some room now.
And he gets it up to where they're calling this the 41. Nice job by Van Beek.
Good job of splitting the 2 defense linebackers there. He had John Bear Bowes and, of course, Wenzel again bearing down on him, and he kind of split both of them, picked up an extra yard or 2.
Call it a 2nd and 3. Mike, I have 58 yards on 9 carries for Ashton Van Beek.
30 of them on that big run early in the game.
That first drive. 2nd and short. Van Beek's going to take it himself off the right side. And he has another first down. So Neenah has something here, Mike, just with Van Beek right up the middle. Yep, 5-yard gain.
Van Beek is a talented quarterback, Ricardo. Certainly with his arms and his legs, but certainly probably as good a runner as you'll find from the quarterback position.
Trey Fox on the tackle there for Appleton North as first down and 10 from the 46. Look out, Van Beek gets away from pressure, and Wenzel finally has him.
I think there's a mix-up there, Ricardo.
I think you're right on that.
Van Beek reached back to kind of fake the handoff, and there was nobody there. That may have been by design, but North didn't fall for any of the ball tricks there because Van Beek was under immediate pressure.
Trey Fox with some of that pressure for Appleton North. He had a big game last week. He's one of our athletes on the voting poll, Mike, our athlete of the week.
What do you have, 3.5 sacks last week? Yeah.
So 2nd down and 10 for Neenah, 3 receivers far side. Haney in the backfield. And Van Beek getting pressured, and was that off his hands again of Matthias?
Just off Charles's hands,
okay.
Yeah. Throw was just a fraction out in front of him, but I think Charles would tell you, I should have caught that one, and it was coming in there pretty fast.
So 3rd down and long, not the situation you want against this active and this Appleton North defense. Again, ball's at the 46, 3rd and 10. Van Beek back to throw, look out. Wide open to 83. That is Cole Schaefer, and we've seen him make some big plays this year. So Van Beek, a nice throw to Schaefer. And the ball go ahead, Mike.
That was just a nice design, Ricardo. They had Haney running down the sideline, so the North defense had to honor him, and that left a nice spot open in the middle of the field there for Schaefer.
So 1st down and 10 now at the 34. The Rockets, nice drive put together here, mostly by the run, but now that big pass to Schaefer. Van Beek hands it off, Haney up the middle, bouncing off a few tacklers, and finally brought down right at the 30.
You broke a tackle there by Wensley. You don't say that very often. Usually when Wensley gets his hands on you, you're going down. But excellent second effort there by Haney. Pick up 5 yards, maybe 4. About a long 4 that he picked up.
Mm-hmm. Second down, we'll call it 6. Maybe a short 6 for the Rockets. Give us the Haney up the middle. Again, breaking tackles. And he takes it to the 24, right by the 1st down marker. Maybe a half yard short. Boy, you're starting to see them now run the ball and get some, not big chunks, but enough to keep it manageable at the 2nd and 3rd downs, Mike.
Yeah, and they're not going wide anymore, Ricardo. They tried that a few times earlier in the game with no success. Everything now is quick, right up the middle, whether it's Van Beek or Haney. They're just going right up the middle.
So 3rd and extremely short. And Van Beek will take it himself. I think he has the 1st down. Very close. Ball's going to be marked at the 24.
Yep, they're waving on the sticks. They're moving them down. So for another 1st down for the Rockets. This is the kind of drive they needed, Ricardo, to get some, if not points, which of course they certainly hope they do, but they needed some momentum and they needed to eat some clock.
Clock ticking, 4:40 left here in the 1st half. Low snap, but Van Beek able to get it, and he cuts it inside. Look at him right near that 1st down.
Can't bring him down.
Yeah, 9-yard gain for Ashton Van Beek.
Couple of score updates, Ricardo. Fond du Lac leading Appleton East 16-0.
Okay.
Little Chute up 15-0 on Wrightstown. Menasha and Notre Dame tied 7-7. Big FRCC
that
South
is.
battle.
Oh, boy.
Van Beek's got it.
Fake.
Great fake.
Beautiful fake. He really did a number there. Everyone collapsed on Haney, Mike. Van Beek just pulled it back out, ran up the middle. Fantastic deception there by Ashton Van Beek.
I don't think we were the only ones kind of a little fooled by that. The crowd was kind of late reacting. They thought Haney was brought down, and Van Beek just took off with the ball. Excellent job.
Touchdown with 3:53 left in the 1st half. That's a 15-yard touchdown run by Ashton Van Beek.
Going for two. He's got it.
That Van Beek again?
No, that was Seek running it in.
Okay.
Cooper Seek, number 4.
So scores 20-15. Appleton North still in the lead, but a nice drive there by Neenah.
Huge drive. The Rockets definitely needed that, Ricardo.
12 plays, 76 yards. Mike, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Be interesting to see there if that was something they scouted with Appleton North and thought they can, surprise them there with a 2-point conversion, or because it worked out. It was wide. It was that side of the field was wide open for Cooper Seek. 3:53 to go here, first half. Appleton North up 20-15. Big touchdown there by the Rockets. Neenah's been in playoff participant every season since 2014. That does not include the alternate season that was played in the spring of 2021.
We don't count that, Mike.
Appleton North has been a playoff participant every season since 2004, Ricardo. And that also does not count the alternate spring season. So some long playoff streaks for Neenah, but even longer for the Lightning, and certainly expect both of them to be in the postseason again this year.
Yeah, that drive took nearly 6 minutes off the clock. As Appleton North now. There's Valeri.
Valeri took it at about the 6-yard line there.
There's some cheering now by the Neenah fans about stopping Valeri to a modest gain by his standards.
Cheering for the special teams coordinator.
Ball will be placed at the 27. With 3:48 left, let's see what Appleton North can do. Mike, I thought they went a little conservative on that last drive. So Hardy's now back, in that spread. See what he can do here. First down and 10 from the 27.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts here, Ricardo, so time won't be an issue.
Ooh.
That's Valeri. Quick as a cat.
He is. With 3+ minutes, you can put together a drive that doesn't necessarily need to be rushed. Helps when you get that 9-yard gain on the first play of the drive here as second down and short. Lots of time for Hardy. He can run it, Mike, if he wants. Throws it short. Nice tackle.
Nice tackle. Another catch there by Gabe Meitner. That's his second catch of the game, but he took a pretty good hit there at about the 42-yard line, but held on. Good job with the catch, and that's a first down for the Lightning.
6-yard gain. Again, a nice tackle. Meitner didn't go anywhere. Of course, he's not looking as that's Weinke with the tackle, outside linebacker. First down and 10 at the 42, 2:37 and counting in the first half.
Brody Olt there with the run, Ricardo. Picked up a couple yards. We'll call it maybe 2-yard gain there, but clock is ticking toward the 2-minute mark here. But like you said, the Lightning have all 3 timeouts. So
1-yard gain for Olt. He was taken down by Stuckel, linebacker for Neenah. Fine player. Second down and 9 as we right at the 2-minute mark here in the first half. Hardy. Lots of time, going deep. And that was knocked away. Nice play by number 4 for Neenah, Mike. That's Cooper Seek, is that right? Did I get that?
That is correct, yeah. Kind of a risky throw there by Hardy. He's kind of trying to drop that in the window there with 3 Neenah defenders, and Seek got his hand up there and knocked it down.
I will say the Lightning offensive line is allowing him time to throw.
Absolutely, did a great job on that one. He had plenty of time to find a receiver. Bit of a risky throw, but it worked out okay, and lived to fight another day here. 3rd and 8.
3 receivers near side for North. Look out, a bit of a screen there, and that was diagnosed and read well by the Rockets.
Number 22, Ricardo, that's Jonah Rittner again. Captain. Excellent read on that and great tackle to bring down Valeri.
So 4th and 10, and that's what we think is a punting situation for Appleton North.
Yep, I think we've got our first time out there. I think that was taken by Neenah. Neenah took that one.
Well, Appleton North gets the ball to start the second half, Mike, because Neenah, remember, they started the first half and then took it right down for the score.
Correct.
So I wonder if Neenah's thinking, well, maybe we can put something together here quick. Of course, that's easier said than done against that Appleton North defense. Let's see what we got here.
Get a few more scores in here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, Oshkosh North over Green Bay East 27-0. Notre Dame now up 20-7 on Menasha.
Okay.
Kaukauna 21, Oshkosh West 7. Kimberly 21-0 over Hortonville.
Punt.
Kick is away.
Oh, fumble, Mike.
I think the Rockets fell on it though, Ricardo.
Oh boy.
And we got a flag down back by the punter. I don't know if they might have ran into the punter a little bit.
I heard the crowd.
You heard the groan of the crowd.
Yeah, I thought that was too, but there's a penalty.
They called it.
What did they call it, Mike?
They called it running into the kicker there.
Those are NFL rules. I don't know what it is for high school. They're going to try to kick it again.
I don't think that's an automatic first down if it's just running into. It's not a personal foul like roughing would be. So they're going to think the Lightning declined the penalty, and it'll be Neenah's ball, I think, is what it looks like.
That's what it appears to be as they're going right where the ball is marked. Again, the ball is marked at the 25 for Neenah.
Kind of an interesting choice there by Coach Salm to not take the 5 yards and kick it again. He just fumbled the last, he just muffed the last one. Maybe you put that ball up in the air again, but obviously you don't want to risk getting your own kick blocked or something. So.
Yeah, or mishandle of a punt.
Or mishandle the snap. So that's why he gets paid the big bucks to make those decisions, and we just get to stand up here and question what he's doing. Either way, though, 75 yards to the end zone here for Neenah with 1:33 to go and 2 timeouts. Van Beek back to throw. He
had him.
Same thing they did earlier where they ran that receiver deep, ran off the defense, then tried to drop it into Schaefer there in the middle of the field, Ricardo, but Van Beek just put a little bit too much on that one.
Too much, because that was an open play again.
He was open.
Appleton North, they're backpedaling just a little bit. They had about 2 or 3 drives there where they were dominating Neenah, but the Rockets have really kind of kept them off kilter here of late. 2nd down and 10 at the 25 after that incomplete pass from Van Beek. 3 receivers far side. Oh, low snap, but Van Beek able to corral it. A nice run. Is that Matthias Charles?
Nice run. He ended up getting about 7 yards out of that, Ricardo.
I don't know how he did that.
I don't know. You do that pass to the short side of the field there. There's just so many bodies.
A lot of traffic.
Maybe that's how he managed to get them many yards, just kind of weaving in and out of the bodies.
Now, Neenah or Appleton North has a decision to make, Mike, because if there's a stop here, then you have 1:17 and all timeouts, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you're North, if you stop them here, and the clock's running, I think you stop it right away with a timeout.
Oh, I think they stopped him there, Mike.
They did. He's 3 yards short.
Was that Hain on the carry?
And as we expected, North will take its first timeout.
So now Coach Salm has a decision. I mean, I guess it depends on your kick return. Maybe you get a nice kick return. Remember, Mike, they have Valeri. Elijah Valeri.
Have you noticed though, Rosie, how good? I mean, I'm updating the score, but I got the score right, I got the quarter right, I got the timeouts right.
Who needs Brett?
I'm nailing this.
We don't need Brett.
I got a 20-second tutorial before the game started. And
That's right.
And that's apparently all I needed.
We like putting you under pressure, Mike. You always come through under pressure.
Uh-oh.
Or as Billy Joel would say, pressure. So here we go. Valeri back deep for Appleton North. Dangerous punt returner. Had a 71-yard return against Hortonville.
Of course, if you're Neenah, you just want to get this kick off. You had a little mishap on a snap earlier in the game in the punt position. It's a low kick. He'll have time to return
will.
it.
Takes it from the 33.
Ball's out.
Oh, it is.
And
wow. Appleton North able to recover that, Mike, but he took a pop. Did Valeri.
93. Owen Schmitz there, I think, was on the recovery, Ricardo. Junior defensive lineman, just in the right place at the right time.
Yeesh. So first down and 10 at the 43 for Appleton North with 57.2 seconds left. And it appears to be a penalty as well, Mike.
Yeah,
so
I think they're going to mark off 10 yards for holding as well. So North will start at the 33. I'm guessing they won't get too tricky here, but probably be content to go into the locker room with the lead. But we'll see what Coach Salm decides to do. Lightning has 2 timeouts and decent field position. They could, and a minute, almost a minute on the clock. They could go for it here.
give us up the middle. Nowhere. Oh, okay.
That was Anthony Reichel on the carry. Looked like he might have got maybe brought down by the face mask a little bit there, but he got up there, Ricardo, adjusting his helmet. That was a little crooked, but the refs didn't call it or didn't see it. So
looks like Appleton North is just content with letting this time run out, Mike. Good. I think that's a good plan. Again, they get the ball to start the second half.
All in all, if you're if you're Appleton North, you got to be thrilled with going into the locker room with the lead.
Look out, Hardy making plays with his legs now, and he takes it right to the 39.
And they're not going to call a timeout. Oh, they are going to call a timeout with 4 seconds to go.
Okay, 4.2 seconds left. Not sure why. Now, Rosie, you're able to play that our little halftime promos there?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Have you had any conversations with our volleyball player? Is she still planning to stop up here at halftime?
She plans on it.
Okay,
So after
we'll see.
after our promos run, hopefully she'll be here.
Run some promos, read some promos, and hopefully you can have a little conversation with Eldon Eagle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, one of the members of our terrific 10, put together so brilliantly every year by Ricardo and Rosie here.
And we get our help from you because you copy edit everything, and then Bill Glasheen and or Dan Powers usually shoots the athletes, the photogs.
It's a group effort, but Rosie and Ricardo do 95% of the work.
Well, Rosie does 95% of the work. I contribute. I'm like typing boy.
Hey,
I type up the stuff.
You ordered the pizza.
I did order the pizza.
I mean, that's
and actually, we were talking to Sydney Nilitz, Xavier, Sydney Nilitz this past Wednesday on the Roundtable show, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
We asked her about the shoot and how she enjoyed it, and she said she loved it. She really liked the pizza, too.
Okay.
So she thanked us for that. So we're going to have to put that on the company again next year, my friend. And this time, she thought it was a good idea if we have all the football players there and all the volleyball players there. That could get a little hectic.
Well, you just don't want it to. Oop, they're gonna whistle this play dead before it gets going. Neenah takes a timeout.
Neenah.
They just want me to have to update the scoreboard, apparently.
It's just some working before half.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, that would be great to have all of the Elite 11 football players and all the Terrific 10 volleyball players together. The one concern you have is when you have that many people, you don't want you don't want anybody standing around for 2, 3, 4, 5 hours or whatever, however long it takes. So.
Possibly, but then if you alert them, I think they'll be fine with it, because I think the athletes like interacting with each other.
They did. The volleyball players really seemed to get a good vibe off the football players that were there, and the football players were loving watching the volleyball players do their thing. And
everyone I've talked to after the fact always mentions that, it was fun. We're glad we did it. I have if you go on my TikTok, go to @Varsity Roundtable on TikTok. I have a couple of behind-the-scene videos there from that photo video shoot. It was really well done. I thought that there were parents there. The parents enjoyed it too. It was good all around, but the end product, the digital showcases, find those on postcrescent.com under sports and under varsity, both the Elite 11 football and the terrific 10 girls volleyball teams.
What does Appleton North dial up here with 4.2 seconds to go?
I don't know.
It's going to be one of those throw it short and then pitch it around, pitchy woo-woo or whatever those people call those plays.
Hardy, there's one defender there with Hardy. Hardy just takes it down. He just goes down. I guess it was one of those, if you see something, throw it, and if not.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly the plan was there, but clearly Grant Hardy, the Appleton North quarterback, said, "There's nothing there, boys. We're gonna run into the locker room and call it a half." And what a half it was there for the for both teams, really. I mean, obviously Appleton North is going to be thrilled to have the lead, obviously, Ricardo. But if you're Neenah, the way that game started, it started great on your first drive, but then suddenly you find yourself down 20-7, and you're thinking, oh no. So for Neenah to come back and be within 5 points here at halftime, I think they got to feel like pretty happy about that as well.
Well, halftime score 20-15. Appleton North leads over Neenah here at Rocket Stadium. And we will be back after these words.
From the moment we get up, technology is at work in our world. That's why Cellcom built a network to support big moments and small victories. It's technology with a heartbeat.
I do it right, I'm powered up, I feel alive. I do it right, I'm hot as heat, my start a fire like sugar, 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 nothing sweeter than me. I spice it up, I'm having fun, I'm feeling free. Here I come, ba-da-ba-da-bum. It feels so good to be me. I'm a superstar.
Okay, are we back here? Back here, halftime of Appleton North and Neenah. North leading the Rockets 20-15 here during the halftime of tonight's homecoming game here for the Rockets. And taking time out of her busy schedule, it's homecoming week here, is Ella Neagle. She came up, she wanted a couple copies of the paper because she's on our terrific 10 girls volleyball team. That's what I want to ask you about, how your team is doing, that kind of stuff, Ella. But thank you so much. Good to see you again. How are you?
Yes, good to see you. I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fine, fantastic. I'm glad you came up here. First off, let's talk about the terrific 10 photo video shoot. What did you think of it? Because I was talking to Sydney Nilitz about it yesterday because they were on the roundtable, Xavier Girls Volleyball. What did you think of it? Did you like the way it was set up? Because we're thinking of tweaking a few things for next year, specifically, and actually having all the football players come with all the volleyball players and just doing it in one massive shoot. You think that's a good idea? What do you think about that? Because you interacted with a few of the guys.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it was really fun. It was like a good experience talking to everybody, and I feel like if there was more people, it would just be more like, I feel like it'd be more fun. And like, yeah.
Do you like it? It's set up like in terms of, I mean, it might turn into a little bit of a longer shoot. I thought you girls did a great job of figuring out what you wanted to do with the green screen stuff.
Yeah.
Did you like how it turned out for you?
Yeah, I did. It was really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like the final product of everything.
Okay, great stuff. Let's talk about your season so far. How do you think the Rocket girls volleyball team is doing so far this year? You talked about having a tournament.
Yeah.
Not this weekend, but next weekend. What's that like? Give me a state of your team, the state of the Neenah Rockets girls volleyball team. Where are you girls at?
Well, so far we're doing really good. We just had a game against Appleton East last night, and we went 3-0.
Okay.
And so far our record is 12-9, and we have a really good bond as a team, and we just work really well together.
Yeah, Appleton East, by the way, Zoe Walkenfuss, one of our other terrific 10 girls volleyball players on that. Give me some thoughts about the team in general. Listen, by the way, who's your friend here?
This is Lauren Schultz.
Also part of the team?
No.
Oh, not part of the team. I was going to ask you about Ella Lindgren.
Oh, yes.
How is she doing? I feel so bad. She was right on the outside of being on the terrific 10 team. I think I kept it at one girl for each school. But talk about Ella and talk about the rest of the team. How are they all doing? How's the chemistry? How's all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, she's an amazing player. She actually just hit 1,000 digs.
Oh, she did?
This past weekend.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's doing really good. Our team is doing amazing with her, and everyone just really connects well.
How chemistry good?
Yes, very good.
Okay, that's all I always got to ask that about when you have like 13, 14 athletes all in a one.
Yeah, sometimes that can get a little messy.
Does that more on your shoulders now, being a senior, to kind of set up example, I guess, in a way?
Yeah, it definitely does, because I know for the other past years we had a very good group, but this year I feel like it's just like a lot better.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Again, talking here with Ella Neagle, terrific 10 girls volleyball player, Neenah Rockets. What are you talking about for this next couple months here? What are the big matches coming up for you? I know maybe coaches like, hey, just the next match, that's it. Is that kind of your mentality? Are you girls kind of looking at some of these matchups? Have you played Kimberly yet?
No, we have not.
Okay, so that's a big one coming up for the conference.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Oshkosh West. Did you guys play Oshkosh
Yeah,
West?
we did.
How did that turn out?
We lost to them 5.
Or was it 3-2?
In 5, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Again, I say that because Sydney Nelson, one of our terrific 10 in that way as well. So this is how I want to frame this. Give me a couple of big keys for you girls moving forward the rest of the year. What do you think is most important for you?
Moving forward, I think just working together on like setter-hitter connections and passing and just playing as one. But I feel like we have that really good chemistry, so it'll be easy to do.
Okay, all right, good stuff. Well, I thank you, Ella, for coming up.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Taking time out. Appreciate it so much. You got your papers, so we're good to go. So thank you so much. I'll let you get out of here because we got to get back to doing this as well. So good luck. Have fun at homecoming, all that kind of stuff. And thank you again.
Thank
good
you
to see
so
you
much.
again.
Yes, nice to see you.
All right, and nice to meet you. Yeah. Now, is she an athlete as well? I've heard that name.
She used to play volleyball.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming up and helping your friend out.
Yes.
I'll let you, we can take those off your head there.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Again, that's Ella Neagle stopping in to talk with us. And we'll probably just go through here. It's 2 doors. Thank you. Give our headset back to Mike. That's always fun, trying to get some different voices up here. Mike, as we had Ella stop by. 1 too nervous.
No, she did great.
12-9, the Rockets are. And coming off the big win over Appleton East, Mike. So good luck to her and the rest of the Rockets volleyball team the rest of the way.
Absolutely. Ricardo, it's halftime here at Neenah. A quick look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard shows the Appleton North Lightning leading the Neenah Rockets 20-15. We'll talk more about tonight's game and what we have coming up digitally at USA Today Network here coming up right now.
Well, you know what's interesting, Mike, is I talked to her about Sydney Nilitz of Xavier about the terrific Ted, and Sydney stopped by with the rest of the Xavier girls volleyball team to talk about the roundtable, Varsity Roundtable, the only online high school sports talk show in the state. We welcomed them this Wednesday, Mike, and you're familiar with these girls because you're one of the guys that puts together the roundups every day, or I should say every day there are events. St. Mary Catholic girls tennis, they're stopping by the roundtable this Wednesday. Coach Lizzie Bergstrom, very excited. I've been texting her. The girls can't wait to be on the show, so please check that out. Again, that's the Varsity Roundtable. If you don't follow us, please do so. We're on TikTok at Varsity Roundtable, just like it sounds. That's the best place to find out who's going to be on the big show. Again, the only online high school sports talk show in the state. Mike, did you have some scores?
Well,
here?
you talk about those SMC tennis players. The number one doubles team, of
yes.
course, Vivi Oth and Adele Schneider just won their 50th consecutive match.
Wow.
Because they're undefeated this year and were undefeated last year when they won the Division II
That's right.
state title. So they have not lost a match in doubles together in quite some time.
Yeah,
50 consecutive victories.
Defending state champions in D2. And folks, one is a senior and one's a sophomore. I remember talking to Coach last year about when they won the title, are they going to stay as a doubles team? Is one girl maybe going to do singles? Nope. They decided to keep them together, and now they're on pace to win that second straight doubles title, Mike.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I'll run through some halftime scores or games that are close to halftime. Of course, again, our score here is Appleton North 20, Neenah 15. Winneconne leading Xavier 35-0 at halftime. We've got Wapaka up 21-0 over New London at halftime. Kaukauna leading Oshkosh West 28-7 late in the second quarter. Kimberly up 21-0 at halftime over Hortonville. Freedom leading Denmark at halftime 20-0. Seymour over Fox Valley Lutheran at halftime 20-7. We got Fond du Lac leading Appleton East 16-0 at halftime still, and I think we said the score earlier, Little Chute 15-6 over Wrightstown in the second quarter. So long way to go in a lot of those games, Ricardo, but some probably I'd say the FVA scores for the most part kind of going the way we probably thought they would go tonight, other than perhaps maybe this game here, but this one still can go either way.
Well, I want to thank Dan Cohn and Jim Oscola back at the office, right, Mike?
Absolutely.
They're the ones who are updating our scores file, both online and for us.
Absolutely, Ricardo. Yeah, and just a little nod to our sponsors here again at halftime. Cellcom, U.S. Cellular customers. Switch to Cellcom and get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store or Cellcom.com for details and to make the switch. And Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig.
Hey, that's my line.
Yeah, but you had a cheeseburger in your mouth, so I just wanted, the reason we read these sponsors, because we want to give love to our sponsors, but also Ricardo, just so everybody knows, was eating a cheeseburger.
I was wolfing it down.
So we wanted to give him a little time to finish the cheeseburger. So.
Well, I think I have to do this, even though I'm not a Packer fan, but we do have a Packer show every Monday, 6:30 p.m. It's called Clubhouse Live. This past week.
Wait, you're not a Packer fan?
No, I'm not. I'm a Bears fan.
All this I didn't know.
But I'm co-host. Well, not. I'm really more of the side co-host with Brett Christopherson, and then we kind of have a rotation of Packer guests. This past Monday, we had Matthew Golden, the rookie wide receiver, just missed that long 90-plus yard touchdown, Mike, in that loss to the Browns. But other guys that we have, Baron Sorrell has been on our show, right? I think he's on one more time this year. Evan Anderson.
Evan Williams.
Evan Williams.
The player, not the person.
Yes. Evan Williams. That shows you I'm not. I'm not
he's a
Packer
Bears fan. So.
I don't care. I thought I was going to say Jaquan Brisker. No, it was Evan Williams. I say that, but he is a fantastic co-host. I'll tell you that right now. If you want to see a guy who is really good at communicating, he's fun, he's lively, Evan Williams, that's the guy. That's the guy right there. And, we have a couple other guys coming on the show. I don't want to give them away because I don't think Brett's announced them yet, so I don't want to give it away. But the show is free, right? Free. You heard right. Free. Gratis if you're a Spanish speaker. Free. You can't do better than that. You come you to the show. You can order some food. It's over at Timber Rattler Stadium.
Neuroscience Group Field at Fox City Stadium.
Mm-hmm. Upstairs, what do they call that again up there?
The Fox Den.
The Fox Club,
yep.
The Fox Den. Close. Same thing. But a lot of fun. For an hour, you get to watch the show and get to know your favorite Packers, that kind of stuff. So, Brett, maybe win a prize. Brett co-hosts it. He co-hosted with the Packer player. And I'm just the guy on the side who everyone boos because I'm a Bears fan. So it's a lot of fun. Come check it out. We have our team spotlights, Mike, too. High school teams that we spotlight during the week. So please give us, just come out and check us out. And if you can't, watch us online too at postcrescent.com as well as clubhouselive.com. That will be where you can find the stream portions of it. So it's a lot of fun. Come check us out.
You got VIP seating if I want to come? Can I get
do. Yeah, just tell us. We can get you a VIP seating.
Okay, because I need VIP seating.
No problem.
Okay.
We do that for everyone that close family members, that kind of stuff.
Don't be putting me in the back where I can't see the
We're going to
show.
put you in the back.
Okay.
Rosie has to sit in the back because he's back there monitoring everything. But, yeah. So halftime here, Appleton North and Neenah. Lightning lead the Rockets 20-15. Okay, I want to thank Ella Neagle for coming up and hanging out with us for a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice to have a guest, at halftime, a different voice. People don't want to hear us talking the whole time. So
they don't want that.
It's nice to have some input and some perspective from other athletes besides just football players. And
well, Mike, let me get your thoughts on what we've seen so far in the first half. What do you think? We'll start first with Appleton North.
I think for North, again, like we said heading into the break, they got to be pretty thrilled with the way things have gone. They've defensively they've been solid, other than just one or two big plays for Neenah, and the North offense has done just enough and has got it in the lead. And if Neenah's been hurt. If you're the Rockets, I think the mistakes is probably what you're talking about at halftime. You've had some mistakes on special teams and an interception that you threw early in the game, and it's Appleton North has had some good field position for the first half of the game, and obviously Neenah's hoping to turn that around in the second half.
Again, halftime here, Appleton North and Neenah, the Lightning up 20-15 here at Rocket Stadium. Hey, should I run down these scoring plays, huh? So let's start. So again, 20-15 is the score. Appleton North is leading. But Neenah, they started off with the Ashton Van Beek 5-yard touchdown run. That was on the first drive for the Rockets, looking really tight, looking really good. But on the ensuing kickoff, Elijah Valeri, 97-yard kickoff return. Appleton North ties that up with 9:31 left. So just like that explosive kick return game for Appleton North, with Valeri tying up the game early in the first. A few minutes later, Appleton North took advantage. That was off the interception, I believe. Grant Hardy to Keegan Muchow, 11-yard touchdown catch. And on the ensuing Neenah drive, there was a fumble on a punt attempt, and that was Grant Hardy, a 1-yard touchdown run to put North up 20-7. That was at the end of the first quarter, the score was. And then Ashton Van Beek, 15-yard touchdown run. Connor Seek with a 2-point conversion as Neenah pulls it within 20-15. That's the halftime scoring. Looks like Neenah, the joint school district, is honoring their Hall of Fame inductees, huh?
They are. Tom Bachhuber, Rick Carlson, Ron Fedenko, Wayne Fetters, and Kathy Menard all being honored tonight. I think Neenah always does that on homecoming. They do their Hall of Fame inductees as well. So congratulations to those 5 inductees. Grace, there's a long, proud history and tradition of athletics at Neenah High School. So to go into the Hall of Fame at Neenah, that's quite and any school obviously, but to go into the Neenah Hall of Fame, that's quite the honor for sure.
See if I can add up some stats here. I do have Ashton Van Beek. He has 14 carries for 88 yards. That includes that touchdown run for him and Appleton North. I got to add that up a little bit, but both these offenses, I think, performing fairly well. I think we've seen just a tad more explosiveness out of Neenah than Appleton North. Appleton North has been more of the grinded out variety. They've also taken advantage of the interception and the fumbled punt attempt, I should say. Of course, along with the long touchdown run off the kick return. See if I can get some of this stuff nailed down.
Yeah, while you add those up, Ricardo, this week's Division I coaches poll, boundwisconsin.com, Division I state coaches poll has Franklin number 1 in the state, Badger number 2, followed by Muskego and Arrowhead 3-4. Of course, Neenah played Muskego and Arrowhead earlier this year. Waunakie's 5th, Sussex Hamilton is 6th. Of course, Sussex Hamilton beat Kimberly early in the season. Kimberly is ranked 7th in the state. Bayport is 8th. Hudson 9th. And the Neenah Rockets here that we're seeing tonight ranked 10th in the state in the Division I coaches poll. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops the rest of the way here, Ricardo, the rest of the season. Rob Salm, the Appleton North coach, is in his 18th season at North as the head coach. He, of course, followed legendary coach Paul Engen in 2008 and has guided the Lightning to a winning record in all but 2 seasons. And both of those were 5-5 records in 2016 and last season. Rob Salm has guided the Lightning to a 143-52 overall record for a .733 winning percentage. Got some numbers there, Ricardo?
Well, really just I'm looking at Appleton North, and it's been very modest. I'm just going to read off Hardy's passing numbers. He's 6 for 7 for 35 yards. Other than that, it's been very minimal in terms of what they've gotten from their running back. So, again, that's kudos to the Neenah's defense, but also kudos to Appleton North for taking advantage of some mistakes by the Rockets, Mike. So I think this drive is very important for the Lightning.
Without a doubt. Looking ahead to next week, Ricardo, Brett will be back next week, of course, and you guys will see this Appleton North team again next week. Another good FVA matchup next Friday as Appleton North takes on Kekwana in a Week 7 showdown here on postcrescent.com and USA Today Network and all our various media platforms. Folks, we have a subscription deal going on right now, too. Sign up now for a digital subscription to the Post Crescent or any of our USA Today Network sites. A digital subscription costs $1 for the first month or $89 for the first year. And that gets you full unlimited access on our desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day.
Unlimited.
Exclusive subscriber newsletters and the e-edition, which is a digital replica of the print edition. Find more information on any of our Gannett, Wisconsin websites.
Thank you, Mike. Again, thank you to Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly, our 2 sponsors. As that kickoff, look out. Now falling down on it for Appleton North. I'm trying to see
Sam
that.
Schmalz, number 22, ended up on the ball there, and discretion being the better part of valor there. He didn't try to pick it up and run with it. He just said, I'm gonna secure the ball right here.
And the ball will be placed at the 24. So we'll see what Appleton North has. Again, their offensive numbers very modest. I'm not even sure if they went over 100 yards of total offense, but they've taken advantage of a couple of miscues, and then 1 on special teams, 2 on special teams, and an interception to get that 20-15 lead. So first down and 10 from the 24 for Grant Hardy. Look out. A little bit of a pop pass.
That's Meitner again, his 3rd catch of the game there, Ricardo.
He's coming through. He's had some big catches there for Appleton North. That takes it out to the 28.
6'3" junior receiver. Been a part of the offense tonight there with 3 catches.
Maybe they're trying to integrate him more as the season has been going on. You see that, Mike, teams developing on offense. You develop other weapons, things like that, guys, how they practice. that plays a big part in it. 4 receivers, 3 near side for Grant Hardy. 2nd down and 6 at the 28. He's going to take it himself. He's going to take some big hits doing it as well. Takes it to the 29. We'll call that a 1-yard gain for Hardy. 3rd down and 5.
Don't want to say who had the tackle for Neenah because there was about 6 guys there who ended up on top of Hardy at the end of that play. I think Connor Stukel was the first one in.
You know, this Neenah defense, when I talked to Coach Young before the season, he was talking about how he felt very good about all 3 levels of the defense, especially the front 7, bringing back a few key guys. Now, they lost a guy or 2 to injuries. Henry St. Clair, his name comes to mind there, one of their captains. Hardy now, 3rd down and 5 over the middle. Almost caught, but I think it was knocked away. Was he going to Meitner there too?
He's going to Meitner again. I think the pass was just a little bit behind Meitner, and number 19 for the Rockets there, Hunter Weinke, Ricardo got his hands in on the ball.
Big old paw on it.
Would have been a tough catch there by Meitner. That ball was definitely behind him.
A 3 and out. You know the Rockets really are going to love this as that punt. Hardy with the punt.
Good kick.
Maybe right at the 41.
Good field position for the Rockets.
Yes, it is. 10:22 left here in the 3rd quarter. 20-15, Appleton North leads Neenah on your Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard.
And that's exactly what Neenah
Yes.
needed to start that second half.
I was just going to say, Mike, now you talk about maybe grabbing even more momentum. We could see that here as the Rockets were able to move the ball a little bit more later in the first half, Mike.
Most of it on the ground, and then a couple of passes to Schaefer that opened up.
Look at that. Haney finds a seam, and he takes it past the 50-yard marker, takes it to the 48 of Appleton North.
Quick 11 yards there on 1st down, and that'll be another 1st down for the Rockets.
Good first play for the Rockets as Matthias Charles comes off the field.
Haney's got quick feet. He makes that little jump cut there in the middle of the field and is able to elude the tackles.
Here's Van Beek off the right side. He's going to take it himself. Oh, he's going to get wrapped up. Doesn't go down, but North defense was all over him.
Wenzel again with the stop.
15 carries, 89 yards for Ashton Van Beek.
Wind seems to have picked up here. Just looking
Yeah,
at,
I was just
looking
noticing that.
Looking at the flag and feeling kind of up here in the press box, you can kind of seems like a little more breeze blowing to the second half now. So.
By the way, you probably don't want this visual, but me, Mike, and Rosie all have nice man shorts on, so hopefully it doesn't get too chilly. 2nd down and 9. North 47 off the right side. Not much there. Takes it to the 44.
Pickup of 2. Going to bring up a 3rd and about 6.
Who was that running the ball?
That was Haney again.
Okay. So big play for the defense here, I should say situation. 3rd down and 6 for the Rockets. I like their scoreboard little things that they do here. This says quiet men at work, and then they got the music played over it, Mike.
Don't do the wave when we're on offense, right?
Yes.
Only when we're on defense.
Yep.
This isn't Lambeau.
Van Beek, look out.
Oh.
Yep, trying to get it away, Mike.
Yeah, he did not have a receiver in the area at all.
He just had to chuck it because he got some incredible pressure.
That was Cole Hank again, the North linebacker, who almost had a chance to grab his 2nd interception in the game, Ricardo. I don't know if I think Van Beek, either somebody ran the wrong route or Van Beek was just getting rid of that ball to avoid the sack because he did not have a receiver in the area.
So punting situation for the Rockets. Hunter Weinke, the senior linebacker, also doubles as a punter. He'll be doing the kicking for Neenah.
He's got a lot of tape. He's got gloves on his hand, both hands, a lot of tape on his hands. That's a nice kick, though, there. Might have got too much out.
Oh,
nice
wow.
bounce. Nice bounce.
And is that right at the 5 or the 6?
I think they're going to mark it at about the 6.
Nice kick. for Weinke.
38 yards on the kick there, I think, Ricardo. Got a nice bounce there for the Rockets. Thought that might bounce and roll it into the end zone, but
Yeah, Mike, in this kind of close game, really a one-score game, that's big because now, let's say the Rockets defense holds the Lightning to a 3-and-out, then you're talking about good field position on the back end.
Or conversely, Ricardo, if you're Appleton North, you could go 94 yards here.
You
and
could do that,
Eat
yes.
up about 10 minutes.
Why am I so negative?
I know. You could eat up 10 minutes on the clock, go 94 yards, and be feeling really good about the game. So we'll see what happens. Oh,
That didn't go anywhere.
no. Kind of a slow developing play there, Ricardo. Hardy with the pitch back there, and it kind of developed slow, and Neenah was all over it. Woo. Gonna mark it at the 2, but that's a 4-yard loss.
Got to be very careful here if you're the Lightning. Second down and 14. Loss of 4 on that play. And the Rockets fans getting loud here.
First time tonight we've really felt the crowd get into it, and kind of the bleachers shaking a little bit. So
Is that Wilson on the carry? I can't tell here.
nope, I think that was Ulp again. Brody Ulp, number
Ulp,
20
there you
with the carry. Got it out to the 5, but 3rd and 11 here now. So you got to be careful if you're Appleton North, if you're going to throw the ball.
Big defensive play here for the Rockets. You hold them here, your offense is going to get the ball back in very good field position. Appleton North, see what they got on this 3rd and 11 situation. Neenah sending an extra rusher. Hardy.
Nobody to throw to. They only had 2 receivers out in the pattern, Ricardo. Pocket closed quickly. I think 13 for Neenah. Nate Cramp was in on the sack there.
Cramp, returning all-conference player on defense for the Rockets.
I think it'll go down as a sack. I think he lost about a half yard. So, like you said, should be good field position here for the Rockets now. He's got room and he's got time.
36, he takes it from.
Flag down.
There is. As Seek. Is he in?
He's in, but remember, we got a flag down on the play, Ricardo. We'll see what the call is. They're calling it a touchdown. After a conversation, they're calling it a touchdown, but what's the flag about?
Or are they calling that on Appleton North?
That's what I'm wondering.
So I think Seek, that was a 34-yard.
He caught it about the 35-yard line,
35?
36-yard
Okay.
line, yeah. And the touchdown stands. The call is going against Appleton North. Or maybe they just picked up the flag.
Yeah, they could have done that.
I think they just picked up the flag.
So is, see, what are the Rockets doing?
They're going for 2, Ricardo, looks like.
Okay.
They're
That's
in.
a big special teams play for Neenah, which has kind of had not so good special teams play in the first half.
Right. Van Beek's got it. He's got him open. 83, that's Schaefer. Cole Schaefer with the 2-point conversion, Ricardo.
Yep.
And just like that, the Rockets back out in front. First time since the opening drive when they marched downfield and scored to take the lead.
Well, we talked about how pinning Appleton North deep really had a damaging effect on the Lightning, not able to really move the ball. Then you're making a short punt. Seek with a nice punt return for a touchdown. And now the 2-pointed pass from Van Beek to Schaefer. Now it's 23-20. Mike, I think you can firmly say that the momentum is clearly on the Neenah side.
Well, we saw that at the end of the first half, Ricardo. Neenah had kind of crawled back into the game and had all the momentum going in, stopping the Lightning on the first drive of the second half, and now that punt return for the touchdown. 3 phases of football, right, Ricardo? We talk all about how great both teams' defenses are. We talk about how, the offenses, and you don't spend as much time talking about special teams at the high school level. But
no, you don't.
But they've been huge tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, we got some wishing a happy birthday to Mike Jones. Some celebrating his 60th birthday. Special Jesus on the YouTube there. Taking at the 21. That's Valeri. Nowhere. As he'll be marked down at the 27.
Good there. Good special teams tackle there. I think that was 15 for the Connor Stuckel for the.
I think it's Stuckel.
Stuckel for the Rockets.
Yes. So 1st down and 10 at the 27. North has to get something going here, Mike, on offense. It feels like a long time that we've seen any kind of consistent offensive forward progress or anything from this Lightning offense.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get the running game going, and the passing game has had some moments, but it hasn't been consistent either.
Barreling to the 30.
That's Brody Ope again.
Okay.
Couple update scores real quick, Ricardo, while we have a break in the action. Freedom 33-0 over Denmark. Couple FEA scores. Kimberly 28-0 over Hortonville.
Yeah.
Kaukauna 35-7 over Oshkosh West. Notre Dame leading Menasha 42-7.
Whoa, that got blown out in a hurry, didn't it?
Sure did. It was
mackerel.
7-7 at one point. So
2nd down and 7 for Appleton North. Hope with that 3-yard gain. DJ Wilson in the backfield. He'll take it right up the middle and nowhere to go. The Rockets, after about a yard gain, really closed up that hole. And again, we're seeing, boy, you're going to struggle offensively if you can't get the ground game going at least a little bit. So we'll see what Hardy has in mind here for the 3rd and 6 situation. Appleton North looking to answer that touchdown off a punt return by Neenah. Needed a 1st down in the biggest way. The Lightning, 3rd and 6. Hardy, some time, and that's a catch.
nice grab there. Number
It's
4.
Muchow.
Keegan Muchow, yeah. That was there wasn't much of an opening there, Ricardo. But
No.
we do have a flag, though. And they called a false start. Apparently they blew the play dead.
Okay.
False start on the Lightning. Good throw there by Hardy, though, and really good job by Muchow to hang on to the throw.
Boy, this is just
But it won't count.
tough start for this half for Appleton North. They're only down 23-20, but it seems more than that just because how much their offense has been struggling. With much of that because of the Neenah defense.
Goes without saying, you just can't find yourself in 3rd and 11 situations too often, especially when you're not necessarily a big strike offense.
Caught.
Ooh, I think. Ooh,
That is close.
I think the far side official is going to give him the 1st down. That was close, right on the marker.
What number was that who caught that, Mike? Did you see that?
I think
Was
that
that Muchow?
Muchow again, number 4.
Okay.
Yep. Good throw by Hardy on the run too.
That was incredible. Needed 11 yards and got it. So 1st down and 10.
Huge play.
How about that offense for Appleton North? So starting at 1st and 10, ball at the 37. Hardy with DJ Wilson in the backfield. Give off to DJ Wilson. Nowhere to go. Trying to gather some steam, but I think he's going to be held to no gain.
Jonah Rittner and Owen Fox were, I think, the first 2 in on the contact there, Ricardo. Inside of 3 minutes in the third quarter already.
Muchow in the slot. He's been the big receiver for the Lightning. 2nd down and 10. Hardy gives. Oh, he's going to take it himself. And he's going to take it for a decent gain. Takes it out to the 41. Did the ball come loose?
The ball did come out, but I think they ruled that he was already down. I don't think it matters. I think Hardy recovered his own fumble. But they ruled him down, so it'll be 3rd and about a 6 for the Lightning here. 41-yard line with 2:20 to go here in the third quarter. If you're just joining us, Neenah scored first to take a 7-0 lead. Then it was all Appleton North for a good portion of the first half. Neenah got a late first half touchdown and then scored again here in the third quarter, and now the Rockets lead 23-20.
So 3rd down and 6, big offensive play for the Lightning is Hardy.
He's got a man deep.
Oh,
Ricardo,
he does.
He's got him. It's Muchow again.
Oh, that's going to be interference.
Yep, absolutely.
Did they call that, Mike? I can't see.
Yeah, there's 2 flags down.
Okay.
Not much doubt in that one.
No, not at all.
Muchow was breaking into the clear, and I think that was Charles. He really had no, I don't know if he intentionally tackled him, but he certainly.
Well, I will say this, in that kind of case, 15 yards, a little better
Yeah,
than
you'll
40
take
yards.
it. Absolutely, for sure.
So it'll be a 1st down. And where are the officials marking this? Inside Neenah territory. It'll be right at the 44. So a big penalty on the Rockets. That was on 3rd and 6, Mike. So 1st down and 10. Ball is at the 44. 44, I'm sorry, of Neenah as Hardy takes it himself off the left side. Matt. Woo, boy. That's number 62, Mike. That's Brandon Milbrodt, the senior defensive lineman, met Hardy going off the left side. And I'm going to put that as a negative run for Hardy. Makes it 2nd and 11.
Yeah, Milbrodt gets his hands on you. You're not going anywhere. And Hardy's a big, strong athlete himself, but he couldn't shake that tackle.
So this Chandavong, I'm just kind of thinking ahead here. If they get it into field goal position, I wonder what his leg is like as a kicker.
Well, it'd be a 62-yarder right
no,
now.
I mean as it gets longer.
I know.
2nd and 11 here. Nowhere to go. Boy, oh boy, that Neenah defensive line really taking over.
That was Anthony Reichel, a sophomore running back. We've seen him a little bit tonight. North's got a player down. Hate to see that.
See if I can.
Number 75, Michael Schaff, one of their offensive linemen, is down on the field.
That was after a no gain.
Going to limp off the field, but good to see him get up quickly. Sometimes you just get rolled on, by a whole bunch of bodies, and something doesn't feel right at first. And
yeah, as an offensive lineman, that's tough stuff. I'm not saying that as a former one. I'm just saying it's a lot of bodies falling on you.
Not you. You were never on the ground.
No, I was pancaking, baby.
You were the one doing the pancakes.
That's right. They called me IHOP. So 3rd down and long. Now, Mike, they were in a 3rd down and long previously in the drive and able to convert on that pass from Hardy to Muchow. Right now, Muchow, he's in the slot again. Hardy back to throw. Throws.
Muchow
Complete.
Again.
Wow. He's just tough, Mike, to defend in that kind of situation. Ball's at the 31. That's a 14-yard gain.
Hardy had a ton of time to throw there, Ricardo.
He did.
the running game has not been able to get going for Appleton North, but the offensive line has done a good job of protecting Hardy for the most part and giving him time to find receivers.
I agree completely here as we final seconds. I don't think they're going to get this one off here, Mike. As we go to the end of the quarter, the score 23-20 in favor of Neenah. I will update my Twitter. When we resume play, it'll be a first down and 10 situation at the Neenah 31 for Appleton North. Mike, good game. This is going to be a big drive here.
This has been the game we thought it would be all along, Ricardo. We thought it would be close. Thought it would be somewhat low scoring, and obviously nobody's gone too nuts here on the scoreboard, but it's been the game we thought it would be. It's going to be a great fourth quarter.
Yeah, you know, oh, by the way, you can follow me on Twitter at Ricardo DeLeon, D-E-L-I-A-N. Rosie's at Metal Rosie. And Mike, you're at Michael Sherry 14?
Nope, just Mike Sherry 14.
Mike Sherry 14. Please follow Mike. Mike always has some interesting takes, especially about the Brewers, I noticed, Mike. You'll have some texts about that.
Brewers are losing tonight, I believe, 2-1 to the Reds.
Yeah, and I don't really follow baseball like I used to, but I knew the Reds were still fighting for a playoff spot.
That's because you're a Cardinals fan, and there's nothing to follow.
Well, I'll tell you, they were alive technically for a while, that last wild card spot up until the last couple weeks, though, Mike.
That's true.
But no, it's been a horrendous season for my Cardinals. The fans have reacted. Have you seen some of the turnout at Busch Stadium, Mike? They actually went under 20,000 a few times there. Not what I'm used to seeing.
No, you used to seeing that Busch Stadium filled with people wearing red shirts and red jerseys.
That's right. First down and 10 at the 31. Here's the give. That's DJ Wilson. Nowhere to go. Takes it to the 30. We'll call that a 1-yard gain, but boy, much of the same thing, Mike, here that we saw in the third and second quarters. Just not a lot of running room for Appleton North.
Hunter Weinke again with the tackle there. Looks like we got some Neenah fans down on the track setting up for what appears to be maybe a tug of war, Rosie, if you can get them on, get them on camera. We got a little student
they're great, aren't
tug
they?
of war happening.
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure why they're doing it during the game here, but maybe that had been a halftime activity, but
oh, boy, and they're still going at it. I'm actually watching that a little too much. So second down and 9 for Appleton North. Give up the middle again.
Nothing going, nothing
Wow.
doing. Great run, though.
Just to stay alive.
Anthony Reichel, the sophomore, did everything he could to keep that run alive as long as he could, Ricardo. Just like that tug of war that's still alive. Nope, now we've got a winner. And more importantly, it looks like no injuries.
Yes.
In the tug of war.
Third and 8 situation. So Reichel with the 1-yard gain. Third down and 8 from the 29 or so, 29 and a half. Mike, again, they're kind of in no man's land right here. Do you just go all 4 downs here?
Yeah, I thought absolutely, yeah.
Hardy, back to throw. Nice stop, saving that.
That's 62 again. That was Milbrot. The ball came out.
It did come out.
Rosie, did you see who recovered it? I thought it came out, but
I think it was 13 or 22. I touched it. Either 13 or 22. I think 13.
Boy, that's tough. That could have big implications here the rest of the way. So now you're seeing Appleton North kind of making the mistakes that Neenah was making in the first half, Mike.
13. Now it's Nate Cramp there with the recovery.
Wow.
I saw the ball come out, but I thought it was down or he was down, but clearly the ball came out before he was down.
So here's Van Beek
He'll
off
keep
the
it.
turnover, taking it to the 44. I'm going to call it the 45. So a 12-yard gain for Van Beek. And Mike, I think you're starting to see that line take over here. Tired Neenah defense.
Yeah, Dane Smith there, kind of with a maybe not a touchdown saving tackle, but it was going to be a lot of yards if he doesn't hang on to Van Beek there. But first turnover of the night for the Lightning, and sets up the Rockets in great field position, Ricardo. And under 10 minutes to go.
Lightning need a big play on defense. Someone needs to make a play. And first down and 10, and that's Van Beek taking it up the middle again. Again, he spins out, and he always goes forward. Takes it to the 48 of Appleton North. That's a 7-yard gain.
It's a nice little spin move. It was kind of aided by the defense who helped him spin, I think, because they were hanging on to him, but able to spin out of that first tackle and pick up 7 yards.
7 big yards, second down and short. It always is nice, Mike, when you're able to get a second down situation and it's under 5 yards. That opens up the playbook quite a bit and what you can do. Puts the defense on its heels.
It does, but I think if you're Neenah, you're right now the only pages of the playbook you're using are the run plays because they're working.
Yeah, I see Haney down here near side as a receiver. That's Ashton Van Beek, and he is stopped at the 50.
That time it was smelled. The 55 there for the Lightning. Wyatt Smith. Big time play.
Boy, they needed that play. So now it brings up a 3rd and 5, and if you're Appleton North, you gotta try to hold them here and get that ball back for your offense. Boy, what a slugging kind of game, Mike. Just a grinded kind of game between these two teams.
It's been a lot of Van Beek. They've been going a lot of empty backfields, Ricardo, putting guys in motion, and then Van Beek just decides which direction to run it. This time he'll throw. He's
Look
going
out.
Deep.
Oh,
He's going deep. He's got a man.
Drop. And I'll tell you what, Mike, Trey Fox was right in Van Beek's face. I don't know how Van Beek got that pass off.
It was a perfect throw downfield.
Was that number 11?
11, Luke Johnson had gotten behind the Lightning defense.
Woo.
Like you said, Van Beek was under pressure, made a perfect throw.
That's phenomenal.
Just couldn't connect. That's unfortunate for the Rockets and just a good break for the Lightning that wasn't completed there because that was a real nice throw.
So Weinke will be doing the punting, and now you're talking, if you're Appleton North, it's a long way to go, depending on where they feel this punt. But, Valeri,
he can break one.
He can break one. So if you're the Rockets, you got to be careful here on your punt coverage.
Good kick away from Valeri. Catches it at the 18.
Well, he'll get a pretty decent gain up near the 30. So I guess that's the best case scenario you could have hoped for if you're Appleton North, Mike. Back on offense, your last drive ended with a fumble. Ball's going to be placed at the 28. So 8:05 left here in the fourth quarter.
Something to watch, Ricardo. Hunter Weinke, the punter there, of course, also a standout linebacker for the Rockets. He's limping pretty bad out there on the field, kind of reaching down for looks like his calf, so hopefully just a cramp, but doesn't appear to be moving very well.
There's Muchow.
Huge drive here for the Lightning. Under 8 minutes now, Ricardo. Clock is running. You don't know how many more possessions you're going to get.
That's true. 2-yard gain on that pass play.
Especially if you methodically move the ball down the field, this may be the last time you touch the ball if you're Appleton North.
Point.
So.
Good point, Mike. Keeping an eye on Mucho down here near side. He's the outside receiver. Hardy, 2nd down and 8 situation from the 30. Down by 3, the Lightning. Hardy going deep.
He's got a man
He
wide
does!
open.
Oh, Valeri. Oh, my goodness. Mike. So now we've seen on both sides some drop passes on perfect throws.
Yeah, these are high school kids, Ricardo, and you don't want to be too critical, but
no, you can't be.
But those are plays that you expect those guys to make, and
and
really they should make, and unfortunately for them, they just didn't. But
Valeri, the sophomore receiver, Mike.
Great job by Hardy stepping up under the pressure, stepped up, made a perfect throw, and Valeri just couldn't haul it in. But here we are, 3rd and 8 now.
Hey, don't got time to think about it, right? Valeri's out here near side with Wilson, 5 receiver set. Hardy, 3rd and 8 situation. Back to throw. He's got time.
He's going deep again. He's got Muchow.
Muchow makes the catch. Mike at the 30-25. Heck of a throw. Heck of a catch. Now Appleton North is in business.
Neenah had 2 defenders down there, Ricardo. 1 receiver, and somehow they kind of seem to lose track of Muchow a little bit. He had enough time and enough window there to haul in the throw.
Mike, a 45-yard gain on that play. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 25. That's the longest play other than that kick return
Huge
for Appleton
play,
North.
Huge play. And now, you talked about it earlier, now you're starting to think, okay, it's a 3-point game. We're almost in field goal range, or maybe are in field goal range. But, of course, if you're the Lightning, you want more than a field goal here.
Hardy, 4 receiver set. Look out. Is he sacked? Oh, my goodness.
13 for the Rockets. That's Nate Cramp.
Cramp again. Mike, that's a 10-yard loss, 2nd down and 20.
Yeah, Hardy was looking to dump it off quick there, and his receiver was blanketed. He pulled the ball down, and as soon as he pulled it down, Cramp was on him and bringing him down. He's lucky he didn't fumble there, Ricardo. Looked like he had a little bit of a bobble.
I've talked to Cramp in the past, Mike, after a couple of their wins, and he's a pretty serious guy, very hardworking, very talented, and so far tonight he's been making big play after big play.
Well, if you're Lightning, the good news is that happened on 1st down, so I think Appleton North might be burning a timeout here.
Yeah, I think was that Psalm not happy.
Well, I think they're going to discuss it. Psalm might be arguing that might have been an incomplete pass because Hardy was trying to look like at one point
he did look like he was trying to throw it,
and then the ball kind of came loose a little bit, so Psalm might be arguing that should be an incompletion and not a sack.
So now the referees are talking perhaps about that very thing. Long conference here for the referees. Either way, a little unorthodox on that play. I mean, he had pressure from Cramp right away. Rosie here talking about, was it a football motion? His arm was going forward.
Yep, they are going to call it an incomplete pass.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
What a break for Appleton North. So
that negates the 10-yard loss.
Yes, incomplete pass. We'll call that now. 2nd down and 10 to 25. And you hear the Neenah folks. They're not happy with that call, Mike. But I think I could see the officials' view on that, right?
Yeah, we didn't have we're far away, but it definitely looked like at one point his arm was coming forward. Going to put 29 seconds back on the clock, go to 6:30. 6:30 left in the 4th quarter now. So not only do the Rockets lose 10 yards of field position, they lose 29 seconds on the clock. We hear one of the Neenah fans saying, "What's going on? Do you even know?" I'm guessing that's directed at the officials, but interesting play there. But
well, 2nd down and 10. Reichel in the backfield with Hardy. Reichel gets it, and he's going to get overwhelmed right away. He might even lose a yard there, Mike.
Owen Fox, number 32 for the Rockets. Ricardo came up fast and on the outside there, made the tackle.
Wow, he actually got a yard there. I didn't think he did. You said Owen Fox, huh? What number is he?
Number 32.
Okay,
for
that
the Rockets. Owen Fox.
Very nice. Okay, so let's reset here. 3rd and 9 at the 24. I see Meitner down here. Luchow close to the line.
Hardy kept it. Great job there by number 15 for the Rockets.
That wasn't going anywhere. Is that
Connor Stuckel?
Stuckel.
Connor Stuckel there with the tackle. Sorry, Ricardo.
Was there a gain in that play or no?
No gain. They're going to try the field goal, looks like, Ricardo.
Oh.
They're going to line up to kick a 41.
42?
41, 40. Yeah, looks like they're going to put the tee down at the 41. 31, so a 41-yard field goal.
Again, that is Chandabong. He handles their kicking. So a 41-yard field goal attempt.
Long enough. Wide to the right.
Boy, that's tough.
It was close. It looked like, from my vantage point, it looked like it was pushed just a little right, and but he had the leg. I don't know that, Ricardo. What do you think? You think obviously they got confidence that he can make that kick
I thought it was a good
because
decision.
they tried it, but
He was just a little off. This Van Chandavong is only a sophomore, Mike. He'll be doing the kicking for the next couple of years for sure.
Yeah, and the good thing, I guess, the way Coach Salm figures it is the kick going through the end zone there, the ball comes to the 20.
Yes, it does.
Not at the spot of the kick. So, in a way, that's not the worst thing for Appleton North, right? So, 5:25 to go here now, Ricardo.
Well, I mean, and if the North defense can do their job, they'd get the ball back.
Absolutely.
Here's Van Beek, way too much time, but now he's scrambling, and now he's going to get pulled down. Gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, only 2 receivers out in the pattern there, Ricardo. I think that was one of those, if somebody breaks wide open, throw it. Otherwise, keep it yourself and get what you can. Picked up about 3, maybe 4 yards on that. Both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Look at that. Van Beek.
I think he's going to be about a half a yard short of the first down. We'll see where they place it.
Well, it's at the 30.
Nope, they moved it already. They moved the sticks already.
Now, I have Van Beek unofficially for 116 yards on 20 carries, so he's been doing a great job. And, boy, do they need a nice long drive here, Mike, if you're a Rockets fan. With the clock ticking now near the 4:30 mark.
Yeah, if you're Neenah, you want to pick up a few more first downs, make North start to use its timeouts on the defensive side. Use as much time of the play clock here before you snap it every time.
That's Van Beek right up the middle.
Broke a couple tackles.
Boy,
he's got strong legs, Ricardo.
He is.
He doesn't go down on first contact very often.
He's a heck of an athlete.
Of course, he played receiver last year, right?
He did.
When Van Evenhoven, right, was the quarterback, and then of course Van Beek played some quarterback his freshman year when Van Evenhoven got hurt. Then Van Beek went to receiver last year, and now he's back at quarterback this year. And
doing a great job, and I'm going to guess, Rosie, that
job.
we're going to think about having Van Beek as one of our Elite 11 next year, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
So 2nd down and short. 2nd down and 2. Can do a whole lot here, Mike, at 2nd and 2, but I wonder if they're just going to play it safe and continue to run behind that offensive line, which is starting to wear down this North defense. And that's Van Beek off the right side. He finds a hole, and he's nearing midfield. Ball will be marked at the 46. 22 carries, 132 yards for Ashton Van Beek. And boy, this is nice, Mike, when you can just rely on your offensive line and your quarterback with strong legs just to put together this kind of drive. This is the 5th play of the drive, all runs, all by Van Beek.
Absolutely. The only downside there is he ran so well, he got to the sideline and got out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. You would have liked to have him gone down. The clock would have stopped until they moved the chains, but then it would have started again, so that's the only downside there. But
Mike, you're always finding negative stuff.
No, I'm just pointing out what happened, but the first down run was the key, though.
Up the middle, not much there. Is that Haney? Trying to find who carried the ball. It was Haney.
And there's the first timeout for Appleton North with 3:10 to go, Ricardo.
Yeah, you got to, right? I mean, this is it. This is the series of downs. No gain for Haney on that, so 2nd down and 10 at the 46 when play resumes.
I had to go back to my prediction. My score is a little off, but I did predict, remember, Neenah to win by 3 points.
Okay.
And right now the Neenah lead is 3 points. So my apologies to all the Appleton North fans out there but right now it's a 3-point game. Catch up on a few other scores here quick during the timeout if we can. Kimberly up 35-0 still on Hortonville late in the 3rd quarter. Bayport beats Southwest Green Bay 63-6 tonight.
That's a shocker.
Seymour still leading FVL 33-14. Now remember, FVL's got quarterback injuries. Hydras has got hurt last week, and Little Chute beats Wrightstown 15-13, Ricardo.
That is incredible. And, Little Chute, I've been very impressed with them. So 2nd down and 10 Van Beek hands off. That's Haney, and he's going to fall forward, Mike. 4 yards on that one. He was tackled 2 yards before, but, that forward progress brings up a 3rd and 6. Ball is at the 50 or 49?
To 49. North not using a timeout this time, Ricardo.
So, 3rd and 7 then.
What do you do here if you're the Rockets? Do you try to throw the
to
ball?
To me, you just run it.
Or you keep it under?
Yeah, your defense has been playing fantastic. Even if a punt situation, Mike, you're looking, unless Valeri has one of his Valeri returns, you're putting Appleton North in a very tough position here.
Yeah, you just don't want an incomplete pass to stop the clock.
Yes, that also. So Van Beek, and oh boy, that's not going to help. That's Trey Fox, who was offsides. That's going to give them 5 yards and bring up a 3rd and 2, Mike.
Well, one of the interior linemen for the Lightning kind of leaned a little bit and lunged just a little bit, and then Fox jumped.
Oh boy. Ball's going to be at the 46.
That's huge. Goes from a 3rd and 7 or 8 to a 3rd and 2 now. So, and now you can think about possibly going for it on 4th down too. So, a lot, and it keeps the clock running. Kind of surprised North hasn't used that second timeout. I know you want to save them when you're on offense, but he's got the first down and more.
Oh boy,
he's got
there
more.
he is. Van Beek closes this one out. Van Beek, 46-yard touchdown run off the left side, and the Neenah Rockets are on the verge of going up by 10 points with less than 2 minutes to play. Mike, that changes your whole offense when it's a short situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think the play call probably all along was going to be Van Beek run it, but when it's 3rd and 2, that's so much better than 3rd and 7 or 8. Kick is up and good. No good.
Okay.
Oh, south end zone, Rosie. I couldn't see the goalposts from our perch up here. I thought I saw the referee start to signal and put his hands up, so I went with it.
Either way, that puts the game, and it's still in a 2-score position, Mike, 29-20. Boy, oh boy, tough. But that Rockets offensive line has really been doing the job, Mike. You look at that drive, run of 3 yards, run of 7, run of 8, run of 8. They stopped Haney for a couple runs there, but then that offsides made it 3rd and short, and then you see, Van Beek taking it the rest of the way. Let me add up his rushing now.
Show us some of that Amro math you learned in high school. What has he got?
Well, let me tell you this much. If I can't go past really counting my fingers and toes, so this is going to be tough. 148 yards rushing unofficially I have for Van Beek on 23 rushes. But really, in my opinion, that defense has been stellar, and that's also helped get this game on the momentum on their side, the way they've been able to shut down Appleton North's offense. So I'm going to ask a question here after we see what happens here on the squib. Ball's taken at the 23.
It's Reichel.
It is Reichel.
Oh, he's got a sideline over here, Ricardo.
If you can reach it. Nice little fake. Takes it to the 41. So nice return by Reichel. What the heck happened last week against Oshkosh West? And I'll ask him that question, Coach Young, if this ends up being the ending score, Mike, because I don't know what team that was playing back last week, because this team looks great.
Well, Oshkosh West, of course, winless. So, Ricardo, you're
maybe a little overconfident?
Maybe a little overconfident, maybe looking ahead to what you had coming up this week for homecoming and playing a great Appleton North team. So those things happen over the course of a season. The big thing was they pulled it out last week.
They did. 1st and 10 at the 41 for Appleton North. They're going to need a little bit of a miracle here as quick pass. That's Valeri. Get out of bounds, young man.
Oh, they're winding the clock there. I thought he got out, but
No, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Doing a little too much wiggling.
Yeah, I thought he got to the sideline, but no. If you're Neenah, do you play coverage here or do you try to get after Hardy?
That's a great question. I would play a little more conservative coverage maybe, but they're bringing some rushers here. It's Hardy over the middle. There's Valeri again. So Valeri to the 38. That's a 14-yard gain.
Clock will stop briefly till they set the chains, and then it'll wind. Nope. North will use a timeout here, so that's their second timeout, so they've got one left.
So, yeah, really that last possession by Appleton North kind of, I don't want to say decided it, but that was tough when you have that 45-yard completion to Muchow and then you don't even score on that with that long field goal or possibly a touchdown. The game's different at that point, but, boy, when you have those kind of big plays, you can't waste them.
Yeah, this game's not over, Ricardo. North, in 2 plays, North has already got inside the 40-yard line.
That's true.
You make a...
I'm saying
you connect on a quick touchdown here. You get the onside kick. You've got a field goal a kicker who didn't make the last one, but he showed he's got the leg for a long kick. So.
What I'm saying is if they would have at least converted on the field goal even, you're talking about a one-score game.
Right. No, 2-score game is huge right now with 57.9 seconds to go, but it's not over. If you're Neenah, what you got to do is you can't give up the big play, obviously. You got to keep guys in front of you. You got to get them on the ground. You can't let them break tackles.
So 57.9 seconds left. It's a first down and 10 at the Neenah 38 for Appleton North. Trying to battle back. They're down by 9. Hardy takes the ball, and he will quick throw. And is that to Meitner?
That's another catch for Gabe Meitner, yes. And he does a good job there getting out of bounds.
Yeah, that's important.
Not a huge gain, but he picked up a yard and was able to stop the clock. Neenah's really only rushing 3 right now, which again we talked about. I think that's the smart play.
So second down and 9. Ball's at the 37. Hardy. Passes the man. Caught. Is that Valeri?
Muchow again.
Oh, it's Muchow.
Yeah. Muchow
to the 18.
Hurried up to the line quick.
19-yard gain. Yeah, they gotta hurry here. And he spikes it.
Yep. Good decision there. You could have burned a timeout, but you weren't going to save a ton of time by burning your last timeout. Save that and just spike it.
So 38.9 seconds left here in the fourth. Appleton North has it at the Neenah 18. They're down by 9. Trying to get a quick score here. And then a little onside action.
I think he's going to try to go to the end zone here. I think he's going to try to go to Valeri. That's just my guess.
Second down and 10.
Well, there's Valeri. He's not in the end zone, but he's
open. Gotta look it out. Got to get out of bounds. Boy, he is quick.
Yeah.
All right, Mike. This this is not the end of the world for Appleton North. Get a score quick here, and you might have because they still have the one timeout.
You got to get the touchdown first, obviously, but then it's going to come down to the recovering of the onside kick.
By the way, Mike's doing a great job of keeping all the technical stuff on the screen there.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I'm nailing it.
Yeah. So first down, goal to goal at the 5 for Appleton North. They need a touchdown. They need it now. Down 29-20. Hardy throws. Incomplete.
Muchow there was the intended receiver, Ricardo.
I think Owen Fox is the one who knocked that away. Good play by him. 27.2 seconds left. Every one of these seconds is critical for Appleton North. Hardy rolling to his left.
Meitner's open in the back of the end zone if he throws it to him. Meitner came open in the back of the end zone. Hardy, I think he saw him a little too late and just didn't have his feet settled to make a good throw there. But the problem is that, like you said, the clock is a few seconds are burning off with each play. So even if North can score and even if they can recover that onside kick,
you're talking about
will they have enough time to get a field goal off?
Handful of seconds. The one good thing is that they do have that one timeout.
Yeah, good job by Coach Salm to preserve that one timeout.
Hardy, big situation here. That's Muchow. Does he get in? He does.
Great second effort by Muchow there, Ricardo. He came out of the end zone to catch it and then broke 2 tackles at the goal line to get in.
So 15.2 seconds left. And North keeps themselves in the game.
Huge extra point here, Ricardo. Make this you within 2.
And the kick is good. 15 seconds left. It's Neenah 29, Appleton 27.
Good game, Mike.
Absolutely. Unlike the NFL game where onside kicks are kind of a non-factor anymore, you still see them recovered in the high school game. Still not an easy play to convert if you're the kicking team with the onside kick, but that's what the Lightning needs here. Final score: Notre Dame 49, Menasha 14, Winneconne 42, Xavier 0. Woo. Kaukauna up 48-14 on Oshkosh West.
All right, Mike, here we go. By the way, Winneconne is going to be our team spotlight at the Packer Show this Monday, right, Rosie? That's what we got going on.
Clubhouse Live at
Clubhouse
City
Live.
Stadium.
Yes.
All right, big kick here, big play.
Whoa, look out, Mike. Oh,
it's still loose. There's a scrum.
I think Neenah has it. Well, no, now North is saying they have it.
Neenah's saying they have it, but
no one's saying anything. Ball's right at midfield, too. Oh, they're saying North is saying they have it.
They're giving it to Neenah.
Oh,
Ricardo.
boy. Woo, that was close. That was a good kick, Mike.
Matthias Charles is the one who comes out of the pile with it, Ricardo.
I tell you, that was a good kick.
Well, it was one of those weird things. Both teams were waiting for it to go 10 yards.
Yep.
North obviously has to wait for it to go 10 yards to recover it as the kicking team, but Neenah could have came across the line and recovered it before it went 10.
Good
but they kind of waited back for it and then became a free-for-all scrum. And now one kneel down here for the Rockets, and that should do it.
And that's it. What a game. 29-27. Neenah with the win. They stay at 4-0 in the FBA and 5-1 overall. North drops to 3-1 in the FBA, 4-2 overall. But not much separated these two teams, Michael. We saw it there. 2-point victory for the Rockets. Your thoughts on either one of these teams or both?
Yeah, we saw two very evenly matched teams, Ricardo. It came down to some special teams mistakes, to some big plays on special teams. Of course, I think the difference maker tonight was Ashton Van Beek at quarterback, breaking off a couple of big runs to set the Rockets up, and of course score the what turned out to be the clinching touchdown for Neenah. But just outstanding FEA football game, and congratulations to the Rockets. It always makes homecoming more fun when you win. And
yep.
And for Appleton North, a tough defeat, but the Lightning played well, and they'll be a factor the rest of the season, and just like this Neenah team will be.
Well, let me run down the scoring quick. And then I'm going to head down there, Mike, to get some comments. Ashton Van Beek started the scoring with a 5-yard touchdown run for Neenah. They're up 7-0 early in the first. Ensuing kickoff was taken 97 yards for a score for Appleton North. That's Elijah Valeri. Again, right away early in the first quarter. Still in the first quarter, 5:45. Appleton North goes up 14-7. Mucha with 11-yard touchdown catch. I believe that came off the back off of an interception. And then Neenah again with a miscue. They had a fumbled punt attempt recovered by Appleton North, and that led to a Grant Hardy 1-yard touchdown run. North led 20-7 at the end of the first quarter, I should say. Ashton Van Beek, this is an important score here, Mike. He scored on a 15-yard touchdown run with Connor Seek adding a 2-point conversion with 3:53 left in the half, 20-15. That pulled Neenah within 5 points. Then at the end of 3, Neenah led 23-15 after a score as well. Mucha with a 5-yard touchdown to bring North within 29-27, and then the final 29-27. I must have missed Van Beek with that one touchdown run, Mike, that got Neenah the lead that kept it up for good. So congratulations to the Rockets. And, next week, Appleton North and Kalkana looks like we'll be doing. Tentatively, I mean, Brett can always change that last second if he wants. But congratulations to Neenah, and we'll see Appleton North next week. And I want to thank you, Mike, for popping on down here and helping us out here. And Rosie, as always. Now, Rosie, are you going to need help taking this stuff out? Are you sure?
We'll do a little helping.
Okay, because you let me know, because I'm going to be down there. I'll look up here. Maybe I'll call you, like, you need me or you don't need me or whatever. So you just let me know. But I'm going to get down there. This is, by the way, we're going to have a Friday night wrap-up, right, Mike, online. Go to postcrescent.com. In the morning, I'm going to guess. That's from our desk, right? And then I'll have a recap, more detailed stuff on this game and any other games that are going on, big ones in the Valley, on my wrap-up for Week 6. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to head down there, guys. I'll let Mike wrap it up. We need to read some promos and things like that.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
Sounds good, Ricardo. Thank you. Yeah, just one more thank you to our sponsor, Cellcom. U.S. Cellular customers switch to Cellcom and get 6 months free. Keep your phone, keep your number, and get Wisconsin's local network built for you. Visit a store or Cellcom.com for details and to make the switch. And to Piggly Wiggly. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. Ricardo said, next week, USA Today Network Wisconsin live stream. We got another good Fox Valley Association matchup next Friday as Appleton North takes on Kaukauna in a Week 7 showdown. We'll go live with coverage around 6:45 p.m. next Friday. You can access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. And one more time, we have a subscription deal going on. Sign up now for a digital subscription to the Post Crescent or any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. A digital subscription costs $1 for the first month or $89 for the first year. And that gets you full unlimited access on your desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day. Exclusive subscriber newsletters and the e-edition, which is a digital replica of the print edition. Find more information on any of our websites. Once again, from Neenah, the Rockets on their homecoming defeat Appleton North 29-27. Neenah now 5-1 overall and 4-0 in the FVA. Appleton North 4-2 overall, 3-1 in the FVA. For Brett Christofferson, who's not here this weekend for his son getting married, congratulations, Brett. We missed you. For Jim Rosandick, for Ricardo Arguello, and for me, Mike Sherry, thank you for joining us. Until next week, you've been watching the USA Today Network High School Football live stream. Good night, everybody.